Hello and welcome to the 22nd Destiny Community Podcast, brought to you by Blue Microns. Patrick's tired this week, but other than that, we have a bunch.
Did you just say microns?
Microns, yeah. Blue Microns. Is that like a new
I didn't know they
material?
were in that business. I mean, the headsets are great, the microphones are great, the microns, I bet, are even better.
That's base age material,
A
man.
micron is a type of pen. Also, Blue makes microphones. Their company name is Blue Microphones. Hello. Patrick's tired this week, but fortunately, we have MsTeamKK here with us this week, and she will completely balance out my complete lack of any type of emotion
we've
or
already
enthusiasm.
learned that whatever enthusiasm that Patrick lacks this week, Team KK is bringing it out.
Am I? That's a lot to live up to, man.
She's bringing the excitement.
Yep.
That's right.
We just like talk about
So
how
a lot to talk about this week.
Sorry,
A lot to
go on.
talk about,
Yeah.
to talk about, but to talk about later, but to talk about now, but to talk about.
Yes.
Yeah,
Let's
where
talk
should
a
we-
bit.
where should we kick things off?
We need to talk a little bit about Miss Team KK for those people who don't know who she is.
There you go.
Tell us
Like
about
everyone.
yourself. Tell us everything, and don't leave out any details.
Start at the beginning.
Start at the very beginning.
So my address is. Kidding. What's the
Security
very
also.
beginning? I don't know.
Were
Hold
you
on,
a
let me write this
small?
down. I
My
need a pen.
mother's maiden name, dude. No, but I don't know.
You were a tiny outcast.
yeah,
thrown out from your tribe.
And
Tell us more.
yes, exactly. And I'm trying to fight my way back.
Became a brave at some point.
Yes.
Tefty raised you.
Yes.
Taught you how to.
Yes. Tomo all night last night just kept saying it's Tefty, it's Tefty. I was like,
It really
doesn't
is
even
the
look like
voice.
What I really
voice,
want to
the
know is
voice.
why aren't you afraid of those robots?
I have a bow and arrow,
Probably
dude.
because of Tefty.
If anyone out there
Tefty
happens
raised
to be
her
confused,
to not be afraid.
they are discussing the game Horizon Zero Dawn.
No,
Destiny
this
community.
is my
know
real
what
life
that
story. What do
was.
you mean? What are you talking about? Like,
Did I say the name right? Okay, yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn. And I have told them if they say any spoilers, it's completely okay and legal for me to murder them.
I wasn't talking about it. I was just asking
They
Miss
all
Team
die.
KK about
Spoiler.
her background and where she came
no,
from.
so yeah. So
There are
I
listeners that haven't played it yet that want to play it, so I'm just giving everyone the okay that there's going to be no spoilers.
Don't be so sour,
Tefty's in the
Patrick. We're
game.
just having fun.
I'm not
Yeah,
sour.
there's
I'm
also-
bitter. I'm drinking coffee.
all right,
Coffee's
so you're a
bitter.
Sour Patch Kid, confirmed.
So how'd you get your start streaming,
Yes.
Miss Team KK?
Actually,
What was the first
I was
game
in
you
college.
streamed, and why'd you do it?
I was a speech communications major, and I was writing a like pre-thesis type, like an exploratory thesis on interpersonal communication. And I've always played games, moved a lot when I was younger. So most of my good friends came from playing video games, and all I was taught in college whole time is about how like the internet ruins relationships, or like true, whatever you need from life that's meaningful from relationships. And so I decided to write a pre-thesis on it. And by doing so, I could not find a case study that my professor would accept. And therefore, I decided to do Twitch, do it myself for a month long, and then write about my experience and like relate it to my paper. And it kind of just like took off from there.
That's really cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
That's about it. It's my
And
story.
so have you ever ventured into other mediums? Or is Twitch your battlegrounds where you like to?
Yeah, Twitch is yeah. I mean, like I've tried to do YouTube things like that, and those who do both, I commend you, because I have no idea how you have the time, Watts. I don't get it. I hate it. I want to be as efficient as you, but yeah, like Twitch is like mainly where I hang out, and like Instagram, Twitter, those things like that. But
And I've stopped by your stream a couple times, actually more than a couple times, but I'm a lurker. And
yeah, so I do. So is everyone else.
I love lurking at streams, and you have a lot of energy. How do you maintain that energy level? And is that something that your fans have come to expect from you, or
And are you selling it? Is what folks
yes?
ask.
And can I buy
Yeah,
it?
right. No, like, I actually sleep all
You would
day.
like
Bottle it
I
and
sleep
procure
all day.
some of it.
I sleep all day, and then I get on stream. That's why I have energy. I don't even know. I mean, to say that I have energy every time is not true. Like, I feel like there's a lot of times where I'm like, but I'm just an annoying, like, blonde-haired girl that, like, just yells at things. And I think that just comes naturally for me, just trying to annoy my parents. I'm an only child. And I don't know, like, I'm loud and weird and, yeah. I really don't have a reason.
Is what you're saying.
Harness the weird. And so what is your you obviously, well, when I got to know you, it's playing Destiny. But have you always streamed Destiny? And what do you stream now? I mean, do you still stream?
I started on Destiny. I mean, I played Destiny, and then that's like what was the big game I was on when I was writing my paper thing. And so I've been streaming Destiny for almost 2 years now, which is like so weird to say that I've been doing this for 2 years. But right now, I play Destiny maybe like a couple times a week, but mostly Overwatch and like Horizon, like we were talking about earlier. I played that last night and had so much fun. Totally forgot I was streaming.
Oh, yeah.
It was the immersion, dude. I was immersed in it.
The feelings. We won't discuss it,
yeah.
but there's feelings.
Yeah, we won't talk about it.
There's feelings involved.
There's feelings.
Yeah.
Pat.
Things
There's
happen.
just feelings.
I can't-
Things happen.
They pull on your
Story.
And I
heartstrings.
can't wait to feel those feelings.
Story. There you
If
go.
you guys can
There's
believe that I
story.
can actually am capable of that. Yes.
Yes.
It's hard to believe sometimes.
You have one somewhere in there, and I'm sure Horizon Zero Dawn will find it. So Overwatch. So Destiny did. You mentioned two things there. So Overwatch and Horizon Zero Dawn. But so those are two very different games. Now, what drew you into Destiny? Was it the PvP or the PvE aspect?
Definitely
of it?
PvE, definitely. So I played like a lot of my good friends, we played Call of Duty Ghosts together. Did a lot of Extinction. I don't know if anyone knows what that is.
Oh yeah.
And we
Yeah.
were like, I was like ranked like number 2 in the world, which is pathetic because I was still in college. But like,
I love it.
Like I was into it. I was so like, it was like my favorite thing ever. Like we'd get on every night. Then we did like clans, stuff, things like that. And then they were all super hyped about Destiny. Like I really, honestly, never heard of it. And they like that's what they all were gonna buy. I was like, all right, I'll get it too. So I went and picked it up at GameStop at like midnight. And started playing, and I was hooked on PvE, purely PvE, which is so crazy. If you look at my channel now, you'll never see me play PvE. I think that my love for the game changed in the sense that I was never a competitive PvP type player. And that really, Destiny kind of like tapped that in me, like the idea of playing someone else and being competitive. That's fun. It's always unique. It's always different. Like you're not doing the same strike over and over again. The encounter is always different. And so that got me to that. And then right now I'm kind of, I don't want to say stalled out, I guess, but, things have changed so much in that game for me that I have to find, like I find myself wanting to like branch out to other different types of games, like even single player campaign games like Horizon, things like that. And that makes me miss like the adrenaline rush that comes from playing PvP in Destiny. And so that's kind of why
everybody can identify with that,
Yeah.
KK, because like the intense love affair for the first year, maybe even like year and a half or 2 years with Destiny was so intense, but then you can't possibly maintain that relationship without burning out.
Yeah.
Right. So like I know that like in the last 6 months or so, I've been like going back and playing games that came out in 2015 because I just completely missed them, like The Witcher 3 and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's like it's hard to maintain that kind of
we
an
were so
intense
dedicated for
relationship
so
with-
long that you kind of like had blinders up to everything else and going back and like finding again. Definitely, agreed.
It's
Sorry.
crazy to go back and look at those games that you did miss, Briar, right? And
Yeah, so
sure.
much comes
spend
out.
time on them. I mean, it's I had Fallout, and I played like the first mission of Fallout, and then didn't touch it again.
Same.
There is-
It's the same
Yeah,
thing.
this doesn't feel
Exact
as
same
good as
thing.
Destiny.
I didn't. I was. That's where I
matter with
was.
these
I
guys?
think it's the interaction though. I think it's the like Destiny is a very like sociable game. Like I feel like sociable.
It
That's
is.
the word, right? Like you
Yeah.
interact with people and like you meet friends. You're talking. When you play games like that, then you're like bored.
Yeah.
2 hours and you're like, all right, so where's someone making dick jokes? Like I don't understand what's happening.
Even
Just get bored.
seeing
Right.
someone around the world, just in the world,
Yeah.
like you're waving at them and they're
Yeah.
waving at you.
We're
It's like there's
dancing. We're
people there
teabagging,
that
for that
actually,
matter.
yeah, teabagging
Yeah.
you a lot.
Dance parties in the tower.
a lot. She goes a lot.
I hope they double down on that in Destiny 2, that social interaction, even if it is like Watsu say, like just random people
Yeah.
just passing by them and just
Yeah.
waving or
Yeah.
I heard
It's a lot of fun.
I heard teabagging and then Briar talking about doubling down.
I know,
on,
I was
he
like-
wants us to increase crouching speed or something, so we can like mega
That's
bag.
legit.
All right.
the
That-
mega
bag.
bag.
It would be
It's an
Turbo
emote.
Bag is the
An
actual
emote
perk.
that makes you teabag faster.
Yeah, exactly.
I think,
They should have like
Yeah,
little
buy it,
benches.
though.
They should have benches and stuff where you can go and sit down together in the tower.
That
and
would
be
be
like, I want
so
to sit
good.
here. You know, you like you have a little more social experience.
Well, there's that
with
hunter
them.
lounge in the tower with the
That's
couches.
true.
Can't
Yeah, but you
sit
can't
down.
sit
Yeah,
down.
it is, yeah.
And none of you
Like I
guys
want
are
a
allowed
lounge
there.
emote. Be like, boom. Feet,
Yeah, the
feet up.
warlocks will be sitting over there, with their, what is it? cognacs or just sipping away,
Some fancy.
looking down on their
cognac
noses at everybody
cognac?
else.
I would say, that
Yeah,
about
they're gonna be all
Destiny, though.
Carnival.
fancy and refined.
What's that?
But no, yeah, I was to say, like, Destiny's like one of the few games where it becomes such a social activity. Like, I've always played games my entire life, but I've never gone to like an LFG website and like find random people to play a raid with. You know what I mean? Like it.
Yeah.
And for someone like I would not say that I'm introverted, but I am kind of a homebody. And so having that, like meeting new people and like you learn like their lives. You do a raid with someone and you like know their deepest, darkest secrets. Like, who's gonna run the sword? All right, well, who has like the biggest like I don't even know. Funniest story, something like that. Like you just learn about people in a way that you normally wouldn't, and it's just so organic. And it was just so fun, and that changed a little bit for me when I didn't have the drive to like. I've done the raid already. I did it. I don't need to do it again, and so like I lost that PVE aspect, but I gained the PvP side, which was like competitive and sweaty. And I was like, I'm not cut out for this. I'm over it. I can't handle it. I'm not Watts over here. No.
So what do you think it will take you? What do you think it will take you to come back to Destiny and have it be your main game right now?
New, like I want, like everyone wants like characters carry over, things like that. But if I just like start all over again and do that and grind all over again, I would enjoy that. That was fun about Destiny to begin with, is the entire grind of it. Like right now, like you've already grinded out so much, and like trying to add on to it just gets stale after a while. You know what I mean? Like after months and months and months. And so trying to like start completely fresh, like, obviously I could delete my characters right now, but I've already done all the content. Like that doesn't really change anything for me. But having a completely new, not necessarily storyline, but totally new character, everything's fresh and new. That's exciting. Like all new weapons, things like that. Like that's what makes games like this fun, is striving for that one gun you haven't, you don't have, or that piece of armor or whatever, discipline, trying to like figure everything out.
Or getting something you never even knew existed.
Exactly, yeah. That's what makes it fun. And so I would honestly really enjoy that. There's some people who want it to carry over, but I don't want it to. I would like to start totally fresh and go from there.
So Team KK, back to what you were saying before, is I often wonder, like, the social interaction of playing Destiny, I wonder if that's why it's such an easy game to stream as well, and that's why so many people are drawn to stream it. Is because you're already playing Destiny, you already have that social interaction, so it's a logical step to jump online and just start interacting with people in chat, or
I would agree.
With your community. Whereas a lot of games are much more difficult to do that with.
When you're playing like a single player game, then like you're interacting with, like, you make done comments to yourself, things like that, but you don't have like a chat to like talk to, or like a friend to talk to. Or like with Destiny, you're in a fire team of 6 people and you're going, doing whatever you're trying to do. And I mean, back in the day, raiding took like 3 hours. You know what I mean? Like it was forever. You would struggle with people you don't even know on LFG. And I think it does kind of teach you how to have fun and sweat at the same time, kind of in a PvE standpoint. But yeah, definitely. It definitely does set the platform for it.
Crota was the biggest offender of the time ones. Like sometimes it'd take 30 minutes, sometimes it'd take 3 hours.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Depending on like what it wanted to do, how the team connections were.
Yeah.
Swords disappearing.
Yeah, how good how big the skill on the team was, and also
if he chases you in the room.
What Crota decided to do that day.
Yeah. Suddenly run into the crystal rooms, like surprise.
Yeah. Surprise, motherfucker.
Small fry. But yeah. No, it's crazy though, like how back then those little like tweaks that were those anomalies, we like kind of, they were annoying, but you like never really saw people getting super upset about it. Like there were little things like when he like chases you obviously in the room, things like that. But for the most part, like those were fun. The fact that it wasn't always predictable and that the encounter always was a little bit different, especially when we were playing with different people, was fun. It was exciting. And now for me at this point, it's kind of like, all right, I did it. I'm good. Let's go play PvP, where it's like everything is always up in the air. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. I think for a lot of people, the game is in that state right now. And I think it's normal because we're going to be coming up on 3 years.
Exactly,
when September hits.
Crazy.
So,
it's so crazy.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So 2.5 years into this game, and technically we're getting like reskins of certain things for content updates. So it's natural. It's natural to feel this way, and it's okay. It's obviously very exciting to see what they do in the future with Destiny 2, knowing what they have now and what they can possibly do with the hardware that's going to be available.
Yeah, 2 years of effort to move on to something else. People always get so upset about like what we have right now, and they're mad. It's like, when's the last time you had a game that you played for 3 years straight?
It feels like
I think I was 15.
It feels like Tefty is like our Destiny community psychiatrist, and
No,
the
it really
Destiny
is.
community
He's
is
right,
on the
though.
couch, and he's like, you know what, Destiny community, it's okay
okay
to
to
feel
let
the
go.
way you feel. Tell me more
Your
about
feelings
how.
are okay.
Tell me more
It's
about
easier to
how
break that
you're
illusion by just
frustrated.
bringing up netcode, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're frustrated about the netcode. It's okay.
It's okay.
Engine.
But he's
Tefty,
kind
I
of
think
that
you're
sleazy,
projecting.
he's like that sleazy psychologist that's like, it was your mother, wasn't it? Your mother's the one. It's the reason. She's the reason why. You know.
Oh my
Your mother,
Lanta.
your mother and that spaghetti code.
Oh yeah, that spaghetti
No,
strapless
but he is
code
right,
that
though.
she.
He's totally right.
Yeah.
You expect to have the
Netcode
same
is
product you had day
problematic.
one, and you're not going to.
Yeah.
It's almost 3 years
Exactly.
later. It's going to change. Definitely it's going to change.
Yeah,
Chasing
and
the
also
tide.
when you have games like Overwatch with exemplary netcode, you know, it can be difficult to go back.
And we're going to talk a
Netcode,
lot
is that
about
like
that
a
tonight. The things
window?
that
It's
It's gonna
we,
be a lot of netcode.
the games that we have played
Yeah,
recently that have aspects that we want to see in Destiny 2. I'm excited
Okay.
because there's a game I've been playing recently that's got
Does
a lot
it have
of cool
bows?
things. It has bows. Yes.
Is it
Is there a robot?
PG-13? All right, okay, good.
It's-
I was worried.
Does it
I was
have
worried
red
about
hair?
it.
Yeah, someone has red hair in it. You guys
If
are
you were to
crazy.
take
what
all
you're
this
trying
out
to
of
do.
context, it sounds bad.
Bows and arrows?
Does she have
and
bows?
arrows?
Does she
Yeah.
have red
She
hair?
has
Straps?
bows. She has red hair.
How about stiff facial animations?
No, you know what's weird?
Yeah.
Sounds
It's
like
like,
a
Oh,
Sounds
that's
like
your
a
that
romantic-
thing
critique?
where it's really realistic, but then it goes not realistic, and
Yeah,
you're like,
sometimes.
now it's
Well,
just creepy.
I love it how she
The
jumps
game
in
is
water.
so detailed.
No,
right?
she jumps in water, and when she's out, she's just like plastic wet. You know, like the. You know, she's so shiny. She's like a
Yeah.
oil.
Like a
dripping
Twilight
on her.
figure?
The game excels on such a technical level that there's just a few things that'll make you go, wait,
You're like,
what?
Yeah.
What just? What? This guy is telling his life story and he's like,
I know, that's the worst. The fact that some of the characters don't make eye contact with your
He's
character,
like-
you're like, why are
like
you
a-
looking away? Am I naked? Like, I
It's
don't
like a
understand.
1970s kung fu movie.
Yeah, it really
yeah.
is.
sometimes
Exactly.
it's so on point, and then it's just like that. It's not. It's weird.
Well, yeah, they're,
Yeah,
they're,
but
they're,
it's
they're
funny
telling you something
when that
tragic that's happened, and
Uh-huh.
they're stone faced about it.
yeah.
It's
They're
really
like
funny.
dead on
Or
the
they just don't
eyes.
even look at you.
Like,
Like, they're literally like looking this way and like talking, and you're like right here next to them.
Yeah.
And you're like, why are you not looking at me? I don't understand it.
that happened a few times for me too. Yeah. Yeah.
So the problem here is that everybody on this podcast, except for Holtzmann, obviously, has been playing the shit out of Horizon
Yeah.
Zero Dawn.
Yes.
And I think,
Why
it's
is that, by
telling
the way?
Because
I
it's
think
amazing.
Because
Why is Patrick
it's
not?
so
I don't
why
know.
did
similar
Holtz-
to
why did
Destiny
Holtz
in
not
so
play
many
it?
Why
ways.
don't you get it?
Oh, you guys want to know? You guys actually want to know why? Is because
No, never
If
mind.
you keep it
It's
brief.
about your bed.
Yeah,
About your bed.
three
yeah,
sentences.
God forbid I want to talk about Destiny on the Destiny Community Podcast. No, it was Iron Banner this week, and I was like, you know what? The new
Let me
meta's
guess.
here.
Laggy connections.
New
So
meta's here.
bad.
I want to.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to go try
was
it
hand
out.
cannon.
You know.
What?
There
Yeah,
was
there
Or
was
sidearms.
sidearms. Sidearms, nades.
Oh
supers,
jeez, it sounds
megas.
like you guys have already played it. I don't even need to.
I haven't. I
need to
didn't touch
tell
it.
ya.
I'm not even gonna lie about it. I did not. I didn't play Iron Banner once so far.
I've played. I've
Nothing.
played Patrick. I played.
I played a
I
little
played
bit.
too. You know when I played? Oh wait, yeah, I played before I played Horizon on Tuesday.
Yeah, and
I
then
played Horizon since Tuesday.
agreed.
I played Iron Banner before. I know what it's like.
The moment
I
that you
put-
open
you know-
up, you crawl up on top of that Brontosaurus thing and open up the space. Wasn't that the coolest?
Brontosaurus thing.
It's actually
All right, so I've only
really,
played it for like 2 hours. I don't know what that is all about. But go on.
That's
Sorry.
some really hard tech for them to do that, for it to seamlessly transition from you jumping onto it and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it hard tech?
It is, yeah. Toma was like,
Yeah.
that's hard. That's impressive. I was like, oh, it looks really cool. And it feels
It's
fun.
seamless.
It is. It's completely seamless.
It's so crazy
it's
how as a
impressive
consumer,
experience.
like as a consumer, you just expect it. Like when you like go into those encounters, like whatever animations, you're just like, oh, it should look like that. You don't really realize from something like I like Watts, you have way more background or knowledge and all that kind of stuff. But for me, it's just like I expect it. When it's not there, I'm like, what you mean? Why didn't you just do it? But then like realizing how much hard work it goes into actually making one little scene is incredible.
Yeah.
That's what makes that game so
Yeah.
beautiful.
Oh,
I
it
think.
wasn't that long ago. We were looking at pre-rendered cutscenes for everything.
That's
and,
true,
You know,
yeah.
you'd have your in-game engine gameplay, and then you get a loading screen, and then it'd play a movie, and then you'd go back to playing your shitty-looking game,
Yeah.
which you thought looked amazing back in the day.
Yeah, I was really blown away that those weren't cutscenes in the beginning. I was like, oh, this is a cutscene rendered, right? This is rendered, right? And I'm like, wait a minute, there's no compression artifact.
It's so smooth.
Is this in-game engine?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's like the biggest thing with that game is how smooth it is. The combat, the everything. It's just so smooth. It just feels so good.
All right, Patrick, we can talk about something else.
Sorry, Patrick. Iron Banner.
I did want to. I want to combine. I want to kind of compare, like Horizon. Like, is this the kind of graphical fidelity? Is this the kind of gameplay that we can be looking forward to with Destiny 2 on the horizon? You know, we've heard about like a bigger. What do you mean? No, you haven't even played it. Your opinion is not valid here.
You're taking a game that's one person encountering a world and then trying to put millions of people in it that can interact with each other. Like, I feel like it's almost impossible. I mean, I hope they do, but that would be crazy to see.
Well, graphically, I mean, just looking at the game, one of the best games I'd ever seen when Destiny came out was Destiny. I was blown away by how good Destiny looked. But this game is on a whole nother level. It also it's taking advantage of better hardware with the PlayStation Pro. But also that open world feeling is something that I could see really fitting well into Destiny. Not on this huge, expansive scale, but having, like, you go down in patrol and you have, like, wildlife running around. You have other players running around. You know, if it felt like you were really exploring like you do in Horizon, that would be next level for Destiny 2. Like, that would be insane. And maybe it's not Destiny 2. Maybe it's Destiny 3. But that's the feeling I got in the alpha and in the beta.
That's
when
true.
I first went into the Plagueland, not in the Plaguelands, into the Cosmodrome, and I was exploring that for the first time. That was a very similar feeling. And it's something that Destiny didn't really follow through on.
The Dreadnought, they did pretty good with that because there was a bunch of hidden stuff that you could go and search for.
Yeah.
So that was nice because everyone was like, go explore. And then you'd see people sitting in that room to get the disease thing to go
and then run out and try to jump over the stuff.
There'd just be a bunch of people sitting there. It's like, what are you guys doing? Oh, this does a thing. And that was really cool.
I think it was so hard for, like, a game that came out, you know, we had a generation of consoles prior. I think it'd be so hard.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. Like, the hardware-wise, like, trying to create a game that could be that seamless when you were working on a 5-year-old console that has to be compatible with what we're doing now on, you know, whether it's Xbox One or PS4 Pro, things like that, or the Slim for that matter. Like, yeah, trying to integrate all that into one that's still playable for others that are on generations older. So I'm excited to see. I'm assuming, right? They said that the obviously everything else is going to be, you know, this gen plus.
Yeah.
Well, one of the leaks that came from Jason. Go ahead.
The thing also is they have to make a graphical jump.
Yeah.
So they can't just give us Destiny right now. They have to give us a jump.
Yeah.
A generational look and jump if they're going to make a whole nother sequel, and we're expecting it. So if they just settled on their current look right now, which is pretty.
Yeah.
It's a good looking game, obviously, but it does feel 3 years old at this point. And when you look at something like Horizon, it really exemplifies what's possible with current modern hardware.
Yeah.
And
It
we
changes,
want
like,
that.
Even like
6 months,
Battlefield or what
things
Call
go
of
up.
Duty's doing right now.
Yeah, Battlefield, Titanfall.
Even
and then
Battlefield, though,
obviously
I play a
Horizon.
lot of Battlefield. Battlefield still feels like, compared to Horizon, like it's apples
Feels
and oranges.
computerized.
Yeah, it doesn't feel
It's like
natural.
You're there and you're there and
Yeah.
it's made by a computer. And there's so many times one of the features that's in Horizon Zero Dawn that I definitely want to see in Destiny 2 is that photo feature. The photo.
The photo feature
Oh,
was so
yeah,
Pause
that
you
is
guys for 1
fun.
second. Sorry, I have a phone call I really have to take. Sorry, it's really important.
Yeah,
It'll
no
take
problem.
like a
Yeah,
second. Sorry.
Go for it.
But go on, sorry.
Mute your mic and we're good.
Or we could listen secretly to this important
Yes,
phone
let's
call.
listen to her
That
call.
sounds fun. Let's do that.
Spoilers, there's a phone call.
So, the photo feature, because there's so many places that I'm walking around in the world where I'm just blown away by the skybox and everything that, I mean,
NASA is too, apparently.
what's that?
Yeah.
NASA is pretty blown away by the Destiny graphics too.
Why is that?
NASA used image of Destiny, like the Earth in orbit.
Yeah.
You know when your ship flies in?
Oh, that's right.
And you're orbiting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
NASA used that in a public release picture of a satellite.
They did. Yeah.
Somebody clearly
awesome.
Googled and was like, let's just paste that on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Yeah, I feel you on that too. I think a photo mode would be nice. Destiny is probably, I think Destiny still has the best skyboxes that I've ever seen in terms of any game.
Skyboxes
because
are
Budget
beautiful.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, their skyboxes, like, even in comparison to Horizon as a whole is top notch. It feels like it was crafted with tons of love. But the skyboxes in Destiny are beautiful. Also, all the artists at Bungie know how to
They're
craft
so good.
beautiful design. Yeah,
they're so
exactly.
good.
So that makes me really excited to see what could possibly happen with Destiny 2 with that level of detail. Because honestly, I expect it. I expect it as a gamer at this point, especially if they're going to put on PC. You can't release a PC game with a AAA title or a AAA level and not give an ultra mode. Like it kind of goes against the industry standard. So I expect those things.
I'm excited. I want to have an armor that makes me look like a butterfly. Okay, continue.
Butterfly armor.
You gotta do. Doesn't Trials armor kind of?
I just want to get crazy. We started getting crazier with armor and stuff. Let's just go crazy. Yeah. Make me look like a plant. I don't know. I'm with you. Want to go all the way. I want to go. Okay.
One of the rumors that Jason Schreier brought up, like this was a long time ago, I think before Rise of Iron came out, was that Destiny 2 was going to have these outposts when you're out on patrol, and you'll be going and seeing vendors, you'll be going and seeing people out on patrol. And God, that makes me really think of like Horizon and these open world. There's other open world games like this. It's just Horizon's really nailing it right now.
Yeah.
Where you're out doing what you need to do. You're fighting the Fallen, you're fighting the Cabal, and then in one seamless loop, you hop on your Sparrow, you come right into an outpost. Maybe you sell some of the stuff you collected, gain some more ammo or gain some more armor or whatever you need. And then go right back out or pick up a couple of quests, all without loading, without getting in your ship. You're just you fly into the outpost, you fly out, and you're one seamless gameplay session. Instead of loading to the tower, loading to patrol, loading to the tower.
Do you think they're going to do what we've seen in Witcher and Skyrim and now Horizon Zero Dawn and Destiny 2, where you're going to be going through the open world and pick up these side quests?
I hope so.
I hope so. That sounds really fun to me.
Like, because a lot of the ones in Horizon, I don't really like the bounty system that they have. Well, the ones in Horizon are not at all posted. You have to find them.
Yeah.
Right? They're not like you have to be pretty on top of something to.
Well, they're on the map.
Well,
so I don't know how that plays with replayability for Destiny, because with Destiny, so much of the replayability is based on this is a mission. It has a start point and an end point. Like you warp in basically to that start point. You play through the mission and you warp out. So I don't know how that plays.
In patrols, seeing more of the open spaces and allowing what I thought we were going to get is NPCs in patrol that would provide us with side quests.
I'd love that. I'd love that. And then like if you're with your buddies, you all go pick up the side quests, or one person picks up the side quest and you run out and you run it,
I think that's what daily I think that's what like defending the Warsat and those kind of group daily activities were kind of their answer to it then. But
House of Wolves had really good ones where you had to go find those specific bad guys.
Oh, that was true. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
there's like 6 or 7 of those guys.
We saw it also in the Plaguelands where you do VIP missions and you go. There's a few of those that have that same aspect and feel to it. But I really want something. I want the world to feel more alive. I'm playing Horizon Zero Dawn and I'm like engrossed in this space and I'm walking through this jungle area or this forest and you kind of get lost in the fact that where you are. And it's just, I would love the Bungie designers to have the freedom to think up of a world and go crazy with what.
Well, Pope, think of some of the oldest artwork you've seen of Destiny with wildlife and trees and like swamps and jungles and deserts and imagine if that was really realized and it was like it felt like a living, breathing world. Like it literally had wildlife running around. Like we've seen the space tiger, we've seen that giant frog. Like all these weird things. The Ahamkara we've never seen, but like hopefully we will soon.
Yeah. Can you imagine like, one just lands in front of you?
Around in the world, right? Awesome. And that was like a big boss battle, like a public event.
Yeah.
That's
would
the
be
stuff
amazing.
that I would love to see.
Yeah.
Like, one thing that you take away from Horizon Zero Dawn is that the wildlife or the wild robots are dangerous. You're going to get your ass kicked if you don't approach certain things.
Yeah. Even if you're over-leveled, actually. You have to still be smart about it.
yeah, you can get swarmed and taken over pretty easily. I'd love to have that feeling in Patrol, that you don't feel like you can just saunter through Patrol and not have to worry about any of it. It'd be nice if Patrol actually had some sort of feeling of like, hey, let's approach this correctly because you can actually get your ass kicked out there. But there's great rewards. Just like you're saying, feeling like a living, breathing type of world where there's these patrols of different enemy types and all that. And then you can actually go and get materials that are useful for your end game in Patrol. And it's also difficult. There's a reward to it.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Samesies.
Samesies.
What about this week of Bungie?
Yeah, that's going to happen tomorrow.
Yes. It's been moved to tomorrow. Today was literally like tomorrow.
Postponed.
Tomorrow, 9
Now
a.m.
moving.
But the wording I actually found super interesting in this week at Bungie. Because the thing that I
The
found
last
the most
thing,
interesting
last phrase.
is that they said the countdown begins. And I'm
Yeah.
like, we're not going to be counting down to a live update. Like, we're not counting down to a live update. Like, that made me
We're counting
think,
down to like a spring update.
No. It made me feel like, because they talked about the live update within the next
bigger?
live update within that earlier in the text, right? They talked about that next live update's coming. I'm going to tell you about it. So with that wording, it made me feel like this is the beginning of what's going to be
Destiny
happening
2?
for Destiny 2. I don't think we're going to know about Destiny 2 tomorrow.
You're crazy.
And
No.
You
It's
should
not gonna be
expect an
about
announcement
Destiny 2
and
tomorrow.
an announcement and a reveal schedule.
Not even a
For
reveal
Destiny
schedule.
2. A reveal schedule
I'm
for
not even
Destiny
saying
2.
that. Like, this is the thing.
saying?
People are saying
No,
way
yeah,
too
no,
much.
they would-
I'm saying the countdown begins with this next live update. So it's like we're now getting on the track towards when Destiny 2 is going to be revealed.
I
like
think we're
what we
gonna
can
play
expect to
that
see,
out,
I hope, at
Watts.
least.
I think we're gonna play it out. They're gonna stretch that out. There's
And
no
they
way
have
they're
to,
gonna.
though. They have to, yeah.
We're not gonna find out about Destiny 2.
I didn't even
I feel
say
like it's
that.
E3.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
No, I think you're so right.
Okay,
Definitely E3.
it's like the
definitely
live
E3 related.
update. Do you know what? It doesn't matter. Just, fine. I'm done.
No, I'm hearing you. I want to hear more from you.
You're
But
trying to take
if
what
this-
she's
what
saying
if
10
this
times
live
farther
update
than what she's
is
saying.
on the road to Destiny 2? Something within the update that's
The
going to
stepping
come
stone.
right at the end of
So
Destiny
the
to lead
countdown
into
begins
Destiny
with
2.
the update.
I'm not
and the
saying
update
tomorrow.
starts the countdown
Destiny
for
2 is
Destiny 2.
coming out September, everybody. That's not what I'm saying.
You're here by Watts.
Oh, I heard
Yeah, I was gonna
Watts
say,
about
can we
Destiny
quote that?
2
That's what I heard.
No, I think she's right. I think that
So
they're
if
going to start laying out a roadmap so we have something to look forward to. Like, because everyone in the community, we need dates and times. Like, we need something to look forward to. I think they're saying that, coming up, they're going to give us more of a roadmap that's more, solidified, so we actually have things to look forward to. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
I'm just in
It's
Fixing Hungering Blade.
without
I
posing
read it
over
like
here
this.
trying to
It's a beginning of the hype train. We are stepping
Yes.
into the car to go to the train station where the hype train
Okay.
we will load in later on. But
That's
we're getting
the analogy.
ready to go
We're
in
getting
the
in
car.
the car.
That's
to
good.
go
Do you
go to the
the
train?
train.
Can we take the
All
train?
right.
We're not
I'm
at the hype
following
train
you now,
station.
Watts.
And now we're
Sorry.
gonna go to
We
the
still have
airport
stop,
and
we
the
gotta
train.
get coffee, maybe get some,
Yes.
little
We
breakfast,
still
and
have
then
to
go
eat
to the hype
food.
train.
Yes.
I misunderstood.
I haven't
Maybe
decided
pick
even
up
if
a
I'm going to wear shorts or
newspaper.
slacks yet.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
We have plenty of time.
Well, it's going to be comfortable on
You
the
gotta
hype
pick
train.
up your
Don't know yet.
snacks.
Yeah.
like, how warm is the hype train? I feel like it might be hot.
How do I pack for the hype train, Watts? Tell me how to pack.
Patrick, you look so upset right now, Patrick. You're great. You're great, man. You're great. He's just.
The way I took the wording of that was that we were going to get a roadmap for
The future.
some,
The rest of Destiny.
Yeah.
One.
not even to be honest
Yeah.
with you, is we're gonna get a live stream, maybe a couple live streams about the spring update, and then we're gonna get the spring update.
All y'all motherfuckers are wrong.
Oh.
Is this where can we care about the toe again? I told
No, we're not
Cosmo
hearing
about
about
your
the
toe
toe.
thing. He was pretty.
We're not
Yeah, no,
discussing
the
the toe
update's going to
thing
beat
because-
Cosmo's toe status, actually.
No, see, it's a countdown, and you know what else has countdowns? Bombs, and you know what people
Bombs?
use bombs in Destiny? The Cabal. So there's gonna be some sort of countdown event where the Cabal
come
are
in the
gonna
tower,
come
destroy
in.
everything,
Yeah,
and we
that's
lose our
what we're-
characters.
See, that's what
Destiny
they
goes
say.
so. I would
offline
love that.
until Destiny 2.
Yeah, like
Sounds
no,
terrifying.
not
It
that.
just
that
goes
part.
offline. It's just like boop.
They blew up everything.
Contact
Like,
your
oh,
Destiny
towers destroyed.
servers.
Basic.
Yeah.
And then
So-
and then
It's a
and then
pack of weasels
Zavala's
that come
gonna
in.
and then Zavala's gonna like just come in and after like the bombs like in the city or something, and then and then there's this like AI and they're like, what are you doing, Zavala? And he's like, I'm gonna give the Cabal back their bomb, and then he just like
Who said balls?
like throws the bomb into orbit at the Cabal.
Yep, same.
Damn.
And then
By
destroys
the way,
everything.
Zavala is in Horizon Zero Dawn.
Cool.
Yes, he is.
Including
Yeah, I
the
was like,
Traveler. It destroys the Traveler, and then it goes dark, and then the Guardians are not sure as to what powers they should use. The light or the dark. There we go. Destiny 2.
Can I make a totally like random side note on this?
Yes.
Have you guys seen the
Go for
Netflix
it.
series The Traveler?
No.
They they actually use there's like a lot of it kind of is like loosely almost feels like it's based on the storyline of Destiny. Why it's like people traveling.
They name off all the weapons.
Yeah, and like he goes to
Oh.
go bet on horses, and he's like, "What horses do you want to bet on?" He's like, "Fourth Horseman, Last Word, like every single exotic gun that is in the game of Destiny, he lists, which is kind of cool. It's like a
Wow.
random
That's
side
awesome.
note if you guys are
Yeah,
like
that is
Netflix
I want to watch
fans.
it now.
Nah.
But
I hadn't seen that.
it's just like the
have
whole
to watch it.
storyline, like of them being travelers and going back in time and trying to like save the universe. It's weird. It's like, Luke,
Cool.
Luke, did you accept this? Is this the thing that you wanted to do?
So obviously we're gonna get some news tomorrow about
future
whatever
of
is
At
Destiny.
9
next,
a.m.
right?
So early.
Yeah,
Right.
a roadmap.
Well,
and
actually,
stuff.
it's noon for me, so it's perfect.
And according to some people on the podcast, it's going to be the roadmap to Destiny 2. And for others,
No.
it's going to be...
What do you
No.
tinfoil
We
hat
have
on?
seen, we are purchasing we haven't even purchased our train ticket yet.
Okay.
We've got gas in the car, and we're getting in the car.
You got to
So,
stop and get coffee.
don't,
have
We
a
gotta
little
get
breakfast.
coffee.
don't people
and
usually buy their
coffee.
train tickets online now? I mean, who
No.
goes... Okay.
Unprepared people don't.
Not on a trolley. Maybe
Okay.
it's a trolley train.
So
a
we're
trolley
getting...
train.
So have we had breakfast yet? Or are we dressed and
No,
showered
we
and ready
haven't
to go?
had breakfast yet.
All right,
We're
all
gonna
right.
have breakfast
Like
at the
seriously
train
though.
station.
Okay, so we're gonna actually get news about the. It seems like the spring update, right? The spring
That's
update.
what
That's
I'm
what we
assuming.
think. Yeah.
We're getting news
Yes.
tomorrow. That's what it. That's what we're all anticipating
Yes.
here.
Or
Do you
hoping
guys think that
for.
spring update is coming in March? Do you think this thing is actually coming out this
I think
month?
it's going to be the first week of April.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
give
that's
them
what I
week
would
of
say
April?
too. Yeah.
Because you know Bungie, they like to be like, things are coming.
Yeah.
Wait
Yeah.
for a second. I'll tell you what it is. And they're like, all right, things are coming in a month. And like
Right.
we'll have a live stream about it in 2 weeks, you know, even though
That's
there's
true.
going to be a patch update that's like a week later.
The wording of last week's weekly update by Cosmo, it kind of pointed toward March too. It seemed to me.
It seems soon,
And then-
right? It seems like it's
It definitely
coming
seems like it's
soon.
sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like whatever is they are teasing right now,
Well-
and if that is the spring update, which I think we're all assuming right now, then that, I mean, it seems
could
like
be
it's
two.
right
It could
around
be-
the corner.
It could actually be 2 updates. It could be like we're going to drop a balance fix in a week or 2, and then several weeks later, spring update, spring chickens,
I feel like that's spring
I don't
chickens,
think they
dude.
teased
Spring
that
chicken.
balance fix.
spring
though.
chicken update.
I think
Do you
you're
think they
right.
teased that balance fix?
Oh, I mean, they teased the balance update in a.
They
In the
did it in this
spring?
one, right? They
Yeah.
said
Yeah, but this
Yeah.
is a fix to that.
it's for the scory change in the.
I don't think
I mean-
I don't think Deej can pass up an opportunity to tease.
He
I mean,
teases
yeah,
a
honestly,
lot.
at this
Yeah.
point,
He's
In his wording, there's always something there. There's
Something to play
always,
off of. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, there's always a thing.
he's gonna tease you.
Also in the wording of the weekly update, it seemed like the scories fix, the fix for whatever the hell else is wrong with the game right now, was going to come with whatever the next, update is. So of course they're going to
yeah,
tease it.
which also points me toward sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll definitely get the update that
'cause-
will fix what's going on right now, and then because like when
I
do they
really-
normally do both in one stone? Sorry, I didn't interrupt you.
No, you
ahead.
didn't. I interrupted you.
No, by all means, you're the one wearing tinfoil. So go on.
Well, I'm thinking that I know normally people look at the bottom of like tea to read the tea leaves to determine the future. I had some wicked mashed potatoes
I literally
earlier,
can't take
and
you
I am
seriously right now.
reading the
You're gonna
bottom
read
of my
potatoes.
mashed potato bowl, and it's telling me
You need
Drake's
to
promise.
fucking wash your dishes.
probably.
Go on. Then all I see is Patrick just sipping his tea. I'm done.
I know he's like freaking Scrooge McDuck over there. All right.
Scrooge McDuck.
All I see is that we're getting a patch update combo news information, and that's it.
They
You
said
think
there
we're
was going
just
to be a
getting a
live team
patch?
update.
They said there's
it's a
going to
live
be
team
new
update. They
challenges.
for sure.
They actually said fresh
Exactly.
I'm
challenges for
telling
us
you
to.
Fresh challenges.
what I'm thinking.
They also said that we have not seen the last of the live teams.
Yes, they
work.
did.
So
You tell 'em,
that'll
Kathy.
be like
You
the
tell
April
'em. You
update.
preach.
And again, here's the other thing. Here's the other reason why I think they're going to do 2 separate drops. Scories. They didn't touch Scories at all. It's a hot topic.
Yes.
Everybody blew up about Scories not being touched. So they're going to do the health fixes and the whatever they're doing to cauterize and all that. And they're going to adjust Scories. I'm going to guess in 2 weeks they're going to drop that. And then in 2 weeks they're going to drop the last live team update. That'll be us leaving breakfast and going to the hype train for Destiny 2
Almost
at that
there.
point.
We get
I
on a
don't know.
bus
If
to the
they're gonna-
train,
why
or
would they
like we're
release
just going
those
right
two-
to the train?
Yeah.
No, that's after breakfast.
No, are we going to stop and like get gas for the car, or are we just?
I'm telling you right now, we're at home.
Metaphor
We're
has
at
run
home.
its course,
Yeah,
guys.
You
exactly.
guys
Something.
don't
We're at
understand.
home.
Right now we're at home and we're planning on stopping and getting coffee and breakfast.
Yeah,
Oh.
As
we're
we
not
go to
in
the
the
hype
car
train.
yet.
Yeah.
We gotta
The
go.
coffee
We
and
gotta get in
breakfast.
the car. We gotta get the breakfast, the coffee. We gotta get to the train station. Then we gotta get on the train.
Exactly.
And then
that's
who
when
knows
we know
how long
Destiny
the
2 's
train
coming.
journey
I
is?
think this metaphor has left the station. What do you think?
Oh,
Yeah, this
one
gosh,
was a little long in the
there you
tooth.
go, dude. I'm done. Says the one. You
I think
look.
it's
You look like
great.
you're getting highlights right now, man. Is that what you're doing? You can get your hair did.
Yeah, that's true.
I love it. The only time Patrick
I don't know,
talks is
Tess,
some like
I don't know if I
crazy-ass
can
theory
see-
he's got going on.
I don't know,
What?
Tefty, if I could see them doing 2 updates 2 weeks in a row or 2 weeks separated. Like if
Yeah.
they got 2 things that they're definitely
They're gonna
fixing,
put 'em together.
and they're definitely planning on doing a live team update. It seems like they would just package them both together.
I don't know.
I
In that
feel like
case,
they
it's
wouldn't.
coming in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I feel like they definitely. I think they would spread it out a little bit. I mean, just from a marketing standpoint, I would. Because we have so much time, from now and Destiny 2. So you might as well kind of draw it out a little bit. Give people what they
Exactly.
want. And
We're gonna know
then
super
go
soon.
Can
from
anybody
there.
think of 2 updates they did within 2 weeks of each other?
But now
I'm
Josh
sure there have
Hamrick is
been.
here, and he's bringing the updates.
I mean, before House
Yeah,
of
you
Wolves,
see,
didn't we
the
have
PvP
a?
team is different.
Did we have a small patch thing, and then we had like the actual patch that was like we could actually like play
Yeah,
House of Wolves, right?
We've
were like
we've had like there have
2 weeks
been
apart about.
cases where there've been patches close together
Yeah.
with each other. It's
Can anybody think of one?
I'm too tired to think of exact circumstances off my head, but I know it's happened.
Yeah, they've dropped stuff close. Also, these aren't really related.
Like I can think of them updating the game in preparation for a launch, like a DLC. But that's like that
that's different.
is
Yeah,
part
you're
of
right.
that
You're right.
DLC.
Yeah. True.
They also
So
might
new
not want to
DLC?
drop a
Hello?
live team update. They might not want to drop a live team update with fixes towards the previous patch. So they might want to get that out of
maybe,
the way
yeah.
and make sure everything's working. Like
True.
they might screw something up with Scories that
They
is
probably
game
will.
breaking. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Count on
yeah,
it.
you get it.
So they need to fix that before they drop the April update, so they don't have
Can
a
we make
bad rep on that.
Can we make guesses as to what effect a Scories update will have on the Blade Dancer?
I
I mean, they're gonna
like, what more can you
fix
do, man?
Scories, right? And it's gonna break something in the Blade Dancer. I'm just curious what.
They can no longer jump at all.
yeah, like you just you actually have no abilities. You have rocks. You can throw them.
Blink. Actually, when you land a blink, you're turned around. You're 360. You're behind.
Yes.
You. You're looking backwards.
you get kicked to orbit.
You,
Yes.
You can kick to orbit. Your Xbox actually implodes, or PS4 for that matter.
Yep.
I mean, I hope not.
Uninstalls Destiny.
That's what would make sense though. Is like trying to fix something that massive, like doing whatever you have to do to like try to take away all the negative feedback that's been coming from that. You're gonna have a lot more negative feedback from that. Something that's so big to change, and then waiting a few weeks, see how it plays out in the sandbox, and then going from there and changing again. I feel like they're keeping their options open. Like they're giving themselves an alleyway. We're like, all right, we're gonna try to fix this. It's probably not going to be perfect the first time because it never is. Like it's so unpredictable and volatile, and then giving themselves a chance to later on be like, all right, so then here's the repercussions. We're going to fix those. Just giving themselves some room to play with, some time to play with.
I just want to read you guys a quote from this week at Bungie.
Okay.
This was by Cosmo. He was talking about Deej.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he will even draw a roadmap of what to expect in the month of March.
So if they're talking
Specifically
about the
referencing.
Yeah, so if they're talking about the live team update tomorrow, the fresh challenges that are being brought by the live team, then that means it's coming
Right.
in March, right?
March 31st.
It either means it's coming in March or the roadmap is going to come in March. But it seems like
It's gonna
Oh,
be.
it's
seems
March
like they
right
are
now.
talking that this thing is going to land in
Who
March.
just said it's March right now?
Yeah, it's March right now.
That's me.
It's the 2nd.
It is
It's
indeed.
a
It is indeed.
I
Yeah.
am,
And there's plenty of time. They could do a couple of live streams. Like if this thing is coming at the end of March,
True.
there's plenty of time to do a couple of live streams, tease it a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
it could be that we get our spring update in March this year.
if I get
possible.
if I get the update or new content to play by March 15th, my birthday, I will delete
Wear
my
tin hat.
warlocks all over again. I'll
Hope
just
you
delete all of
deleted
them.
your characters so many times, it just doesn't even mean anything anymore, man.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
I have more hours deleted
Meaningless
now.
deletion.
I have more hours deleted in characters than played.
Oh my God,
Wow.
really?
what are you guys like for like just curiosity? What are you guys hours at in the game, like on one console?
I mean, we look this up like
And then
once
I
every 3
forget.
weeks, and I forget every
have a
time.
couple-
About
5,000.
5,000.
Ooh,
Damn.
that's got me beat, I think, by 2, by double.
Yeah, that's
Really?
Yeah.
not more than that.
I'm at 23.
What site are you
29.
using? Because I think that's counting like idle time then.
Oh, it definitely does. Definitely counts orbit. It definitely.
Okay.
I would assume.
Oh
so.
my
Hold on.
God, no,
Let me
no,
like.
no.
Let me look it up.
Go to
You gotta
time,
go wasted
go
on
to time
Destiny.
wasted on.
Time wasted. What is it?
2100. I'm at 2100.
What's it? What's website? Sorry.
Time
Time wasted on
wasted.
Destiny.
Wastedondestiny.com.
Wasted on Destiny. That's a website.
I think if you just go wasted on Destiny, and then it pulls up first one on Google.
It does, yeah.
That's a fantastic thing. All right.
Yeah, we do this like every few weeks. It's so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, every
It
couple
happens.
of podcasts, we have to get a refresh.
It changes a lot slower than it
Who
used
is
to.
G Money? He has.
G-
Money
it-
is crazy.
Okay, G Money is a guy that has some
Well,
sort
sorry,
of
my God.
bot that's basically has a bot controller because he has 23 hours out of every single day on the Dark Below mission killing thralls over and over again.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
It's not a legit, like most of the people that are on the top there are just doing it to stay on the top there, and it's just they're not actually playing.
I have
Really?
2,739 hours played with
Mine, like, won't
1,719 of those hours deleted characters.
Damn.
Mine won't load.
I'm
it
at
won't load for me.
2100.
I think we killed the site.
Probably.
Like everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at 2,800.
It's kind of like when you
there
look
it
at the leaderboard, though. There's only 2 Xbox players. All of them are PS4. It's kind of crazy. In top 10.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
I have 1,100 hours and 728
worth-
hours deleted.
Is it really worth playing if you can't get a Jade Rabbit?
It's 1,000. What'd you say? 1,000 it's not.
I'm at 2.8.
I'm at
Oh, yeah.
2,420.
I'm catching up, Tefty.
I better stop, actually, because I'm at 2,420.
Oh, you should.
my
Never
hours.
don't do
End
it
it.
again.
Oh,
End it.
saw dude. Saw dude. I saw. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm at 2.8. 2.8K right now.
More than me. Not much more, though.
Yeah,
Well,
Patrick and I have the
700
same amount
hours
of
is a lot.
time played in the
Yeah,
game.
right. Like, think about it. Like, can we think about like what we could do with our lives besides that time? What could I do in 1,100
We're like twins,
hours?
Patrick.
Oh, geez, you don't want to see my time wasted on World of Warcraft then.
So, like, when it says time wasted, like that's just in orbit.
No, that's actual game time.
No, that's game time, like in an actual match of some sort. Like
In
whether
a
raid,
patrol,
PvP.
in
So I have
playlist.
800 hours in deleted or wasted time, and then 1,100 or 2,100 hours in actual time.
No,
I don't know if I'm
no.
upset
That's
or
not how you're
impressed.
reading it. You're the
The
deleted
time?
is just how much is deleted characters.
Oh, okay, there you go.
So
Yeah, it
the
adds
black
all
number is the total number, including the deleted. So
Oh, okay, there you go. As I say, man,
it's just
those are on
it
top
just
of each
breaks
other, I'd be
out the
scared.
deleted ones to show you.
So 12 weeks.
It
in 3
sounds
days.
much worse if you read out 13 weeks, 2 days, 23
I was
hours.
gonna say, yeah, 12 weeks, 3 days, 12 hours, 39 minutes, 48 seconds.
In World of Warcraft, you can type in /played, and it'll give you out an exact amount in that like that. And I stopped looking after it said 365 days, something hours, and I was like, okay, and that was just for one.
300 and how many days? Oh, so,
year.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
a year.
nuts.
How many years did that take you?
That was after 7 years of play.
Anderson
Wow.
wants
7 years.
Anderson in chat wants to know how much of that time Patrick's time wasted kissing. It's 0 hours.
Yeah, negative, whatever the wasted time is, 700 hours.
He said Patrick's time wasted kissing 0 hours.
Of course, I'm not gonna waste any time kissing, man. Like, what do you mean? Like,
He's making a
What?
World of Warcraft joke that you don't get. Yeah, never mind.
I'll say, I thought it was my love life. I was confused. All right, it's fine.
Huh?
Well, he was talking about his love life. Yeah,
Love
Patrick
life. I
has a
love
girlfriend.
boys.
A very
Yeah.
nice
Jeez,
girlfriend.
guys.
he has a girlfriend.
He has a girlfriend.
I have a
Are
wiener
we going
dog.
to talk
Does that
about
count?
it at all?
Nope, this is real,
Introduce
right?
us,
Yeah,
Patrick.
it's a
Real
real
life?
girlfriend.
IRL?
I'll let you
IRL
be going.
stream.
I'm
Yeah. Just
good and
forget the
goddamn
podcast.
ready.
Go to IRL,
So
dude.
in real life, have you met her in real life?
Why are we talking about this? This is insulting to Patrick, and I am all about insulting Patrick, but this seems a little below the belt.
She's wonderful.
Sure enough,
She
I
is
didn't know
very
it was below the
wonderful.
belt.
I
I was
I'm
I was
super
totally
fat.
kidding because I'm actually like single and I literally have a wiener dog. Like that's my life. That's what I hang out with. Also, my wiener dog.
I'm
sometimes
happy.
my
I'm
pet.
happy for you, Pat. Happy you got.
I am
Thank
very
you,
something
happy.
Jackie.
cooking. Yeah.
I heard
Let's founder. Anyway,
I did.
Founder?
Yeah, I did.
You played Matchmaker?
I feel like maybe
Well-
we should
Yeah.
just jump into Twitter questions early this week.
You know what? You know what we should jump into?
What?
This
sleek
blue
new
ad
microphone.
copy read that I'm currently pulling up right now because I'm
Wild.
I forgot to
Wild,
actually pull it up before the podcast because these. Oh, geez, man, where is it on the? There it is. Oh yeah. So let's talk about Blue. 'Cause no doubt you've noticed these wild mics and headphones that we're using. They're just some of the iconic gear that Blue creates. Blue's award-winning products are the driving force behind professional musicians, internet creators, and countless elite gaming teams and Twitch streamers. Their Yeti USB mic is the internet's most popular microphone, and their MoFi and Lola headphones deliver insane sound and a very personalized fit. Blue offers everything you need to completely immerse yourself in the ultimate gameplay experience. Learn more about Blue at bluemic.com.
Very well
Do you guys
read,
like how?
Patrick.
Do you guys like how I can just completely
Beautiful.
change into?
That was good
That's
though.
the
Yeah,
ad
I
read.
believed
That was
it. I
great.
believed it though.
One of the best.
They need like at the
So
end.
actually,
do, like,
somebody sent in a pretty good story. They were referencing your cat story, your dead cat story with the blue microphone and ad copy read.
Yeah, I saw.
And they sent a review for headphones. It says, "So not so funny story. Someone in the apartment unit above me got stabbed. According to the cop who interviewed us, the attacker rang the upstairs doorbell, and when the guy answered, the attacker forced his way in and stabbed the guy. You want to know what the scary part is? I didn't hear a thing thanks to my amazing HyperX Cloud 2 headphones."
Oh my
It was
god.
pretty funny. It definitely reminded me of that cat story.
It's pretty
Hey,
great.
you know how awesome these blue headphones are? I was on a plane sitting next to at least 3 babies, one in front, behind, and to the side of
I
me.
was so fun. I just imagine
Wow.
them like lined up next to you in the seats, just 3
all
babies sitting
next
there.
to the seats, and the flight attendant's like, "You deal with this shit," and I'm like, "Oh, what?"
You guys see that story though, where the dad like had his daughter? She was like 3 years old for Halloween. They're on an airplane, and he like went past all the aisles and like handed out candy.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
and then she
yeah.
walked on the aisles
Oh,
and
I
like
did
all
hear
put
about
it
that.
in.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, that was really cool.
I was on a
That's
flight
cute.
going to Florida when I went to the con last time, and a mom had a newborn baby, and she like handed out like a little thing that had like Hershey Kisses and like earplugs in it. The whole like first 5 rows. It was cute.
Oh, what? That's cute.
And then the baby
very
yelled
nice,
the whole
yeah.
time for 6
thoughtful.
hours. That was fun.
But yeah, I didn't know there were babies on my flight until one of them threw up because of the smell. Headphones
Have you seen-
worked.
Have you seen Blue's new satellite headphones? They're wireless. They're wireless Bluetooth headphones that have noise canceling in them.
Which ones?
They look pretty legit. Satellite.
I haven't seen them
Oh yeah,
They
actually,
look pretty
look
nice.
awesome.
I need to.
They do.
I
They
need
look
to
beautiful.
alter this ad copy because there's like new headphones out for Blue now. They're called the Sadies, which are like replacing the
Yeah.
MoFis.
Saddies and
Yeah, the
satellites.
MoFis don't
Yeah.
get sold anymore,
Yeah,
and the Lolas are getting replaced as well.
and they're actually really nice. They basically
Very
took
nice.
out, made them not as tight on your head, and then lightened them up a little bit on the top.
Is that what's your headset using right now, Patrick?
I'm using the Generation 1 MoFis.
They
They're
look
really
dope.
good. Yeah.
All
I'd
right,
like
let's do some
in-ears.
Twitter
No,
questions.
either.
If you have a
Like-
small head, I can send you mine.
Smell
7-Eleven.
canceling those plugs. Sorry.
All right,
that comment
Carter
was great.
Zero says, "What are the most difficult and everyday struggles that come with being a female gaming streamer?"
Ooh. What? Shall you? You want to go first?
You should go first. You are the guest.
Me? No. I
Yeah.
just work here. No, like you should go first. Go first.
So for me, honestly, I don't have much of a problem. Like, so if you go into a dude stream, for example, he'll probably get called different names to me, but he'll still get a good amount of hate. Like, the hate will be pretty equal. Or the troll comments will be pretty equal. But just instead of me being called, like, gay or whatever, people like to yell at people these days, you get called, like, a bitch and a whore and, why are you wearing makeup on the stream? I don't understand
Yeah, that's
it.
the worst.
I still don't see the difference between my stream and your stream.
I know,
The
Brian.
makeup comments are driving me crazy.
I know. That's a comment that happens and it's like...
I think
Well,
for like
frankly, I like
ahead,
I like being able to use makeup as a tax write-off. So if I wear
There you
makeup
go.
on
you
stream,
can't though. Actually,
Correct,
I just
Rhoda.
actually got in trouble by the IRS for doing that. You're not
Oh,
allowed
did
to.
you? Did you?
Yep. Anything that you
Really?
like try to write off that it's personal aspect to it, you can't write off. It's like clothing,
Boo.
things like that.
What if you don't wear makeup if you're not on stream?
Well, then I'm sorry.
if you have special makeup that you wear specifically for the stream, then yes, it
It
counts.
has to be branded with your like actual brand. I literally just got in trouble with IRS for it.
So I have to make my own brand of makeup.
Yeah,
And
you know,
then-
you like just put like your little sticker on it, like your emblem. It's like my clothing. So I only wear I wear dark clothes and long sleeve shirts, things like that on stream. I never wear this like outside when I go outside. So I was writing off my clothes, things like that. And until I brand my actual brand into my shirts, they will not technically write it off. It's really dumb. But
So if you got a T-shirt that said MsTeamKK,
then
on
you're
it,
fine,
then
totally fine,
you're
yeah,
golden.
things like that. But
That's cool. Yeah, there was someone today who was like, "Show me your tits," and I said, "Show me your balls," but then I said, "I don't want to see that."
yeah, right? No one.
And then
No,
he did,
who
and
goes
you
to the internet
regretted
oh,
it.
let me
Yeah,
see
then I
some balls,
regretted it.
dude.
Yeah,
No one wants to go to the
then I
internet to
saw
see
it.
some balls. That's not. No. I think the biggest thing with being a female streamer on Twitch, I can't really speak to YouTube. Watts does a lot of that, and I have absolutely no idea. It's like a totally different realm for me. It's like the Beyond section of Bed Bath and Beyond for me. But on Twitch, the cultures are so different. Like there's some people who stream on Twitch and they're trolls on purpose. Like that's part of their character. That's what they do.
Yeah.
And that creates
Peeps.
a culture that's negative but funny. Like it all plays off each other. It's all good in that little environment they live in, but that spreads out other places where Watts is an amazing person and very endearing and sweet, and she's incredible at the game. And there's some things that come from channels that are personas. They're not being themselves. They're creating a character, and then people feed off of that, and that kind of bleeds onto channels like Watts's and mine, which is not even necessarily comparable, but that gets rough sometimes because the culture of being able to hey, let me see your tits, or oh, you're a girl, that's why you get viewers, or oh, you're wearing makeup, degrading those little aspects of life that are really not relevant to anything on the internet. Well, it's internet, so it is relevant, but those little things kind of carry over where it's you're trying to work your butt off to be taken seriously. You're doing what you're doing because you enjoy it, because it matters to you, and the community that you're building matters on a different level than creating a fictional character. And that gets frustrating sometimes to have that kind of bleed over. And that's it. I'm done ranting.
Yeah, I think for me it's I've been doing YouTube for 5 years this year, I think. So I've been on the internet for a long time. That in the beginning it was hurtful when people said things like that, where it's like people only watch you because you're a girl. And sometimes Patrick's heard me rant to people when they're like, "You get carried all the time," and I'll be at the top of the leaderboard during
it's
our
like,
trials game, and they're
yo,
like, "You got
what?
carried." I'm like,
Watts is way more consistent than me. Real talk.
so that stuff I'm like, come on. But it's got to the point now where I'm fine with just calling them out and everyone makes fun of them. And we have a good time making fun of people on the internet. But also my mods now, they're just so good. They'll just ban people instantly and just call them out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like if you
have a good community and good mods
you're
and
good,
people looking
yeah.
out for you, then you're totally fine.
Yeah, agreed.
And it's all good.
Agreed.
Pope, anything you want to add before we move
What's
on?
it like being a girl on the internet, Pope?
tell us.
So
Where's your tinfoil? Hello?
now I'm one of those guys I'm not a streamer, so I spend a lot of time dipping in and out of streams, and it's surprising how the genre is a lot of younger kids that watch video game gameplay, and it feels like in the Destiny community they kind of, or at least the streams that I watch, those people get pushed out pretty quickly, the ones that are trolls. So it's good. It's a good environment to be in where you can sit in a female streamer's stream and get entertained, and you don't have to feel like they're there for a different reason. And I don't know. It's good.
Destiny is a safe place as well.
That's what I say. I feel like it's so different. Yeah. Thank you.
It is. I'm like, stream this game. I'm like, I don't know. It sounds scary.
No, I will never.
Destiny's
Thank you.
No
Thanks. No thanks. Yeah. Like, Destiny is like, I feel like because it was a newer game per se, like we kind of set a tone. Whereas like people are like, I'll play League of Legends. Dude, my wiener dog's gonna go outside. I can't. I'm sorry. My grandmother's in the oven. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just can't, because the culture in those communities when it comes to being a female, or being a lady streamer, it's just so toxic. And so it's not worth it. I know it's all trolling. Different. I don't really think anyone's trying to be like actually mean, like trying to like hurt you and things like that. I think it's just like kind of the atmosphere that is Twitch. But like going into that, like, and subjecting your subscribers, your regular viewers to that environment, it's like that's not fun for anyone. It's just like it's weird.
Yeah.
Destiny's definitely a safe place where you don't have to worry about all that silliness, which I love. Like my favorite streamers I watch are people who like their chat just like spamming crazy stuff, and I love it. It's fun. Like I thoroughly enjoy watching that as a viewer, but as a streamer, I don't want any part of that because that's a lot of stress to take on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Next question, SG Legacy. As a streamer, how do you separate work from play? Video games have always been my little vacation from the world.
Yes. I think it's important to separate the two. Like, for example, at night when I play League with Tomo, for example, and some friends, that's like, we're just hanging out, being stupid, playing a game together. And it's the environment's not too different from when I'm streaming, but it's like, this is where I can just, sit here with my cats and rub my face on them and be eating and drinking and playing games. And you don't have, it is separate. It's a separate time. Like also just making sure you have some time to just relax. Just lay down, watch a YouTube video, watch a stream, and just chill out, take a time. I think it is important because it's very difficult when something is your hobby but also your job. Where do you draw the line? And I think I've gotten to a good point with that. It's usually with the type of games that I'm playing because I don't upload and stream absolutely everything. I don't want to stream League. I don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it. So that's what I do.
Can I ask you a question, Watt?
Yes.
It's like when you were starting out, so you've been on Twitch for how long again? Sorry.
It's almost 2 years.
And then YouTube for 5 years, you said?
Almost, yeah.
It's like when you first started YouTube and you were uploading content, things like that. Did you find yourself kind of feeling lackadaisical or not necessarily enjoying games? Like the first year or so when you started having to create content and doing all this, setting all these goals up for yourself. Did it kind of change gaming for you a little bit, and then you fall back into it?
Yeah, because I started with Call of Duty, and it was like I'm playing to get gameplay. Like, that's the reason I'm playing. I want this specific gameplay with this specific gun, and that's why I'm playing. It happens a lot with Destiny, too. It's like, sometimes I just want to put on my palindrome and, see how many kills I can get. But I'm doing a video for First Curse, or Red Death, or Bad Juju, or whatever. So I have to use that weapon. Mm-hmm. So I think it's... You can't do that all the time, because
but did you find
out.
yourself, when you first started doing it, you hit, kind of a threshold, and then you started to enjoy gaming again? Because for myself, I'm at the point right now where it's kind of this is my career, it's what I'm doing full time, and I have a hard time enjoying games offline. If I'm playing, I feel like I have to be streaming. If I'm playing a game, I need to be streaming. I can't
what you're saying.
Enjoy it, or you know what I mean. Does that make sense?
See, with the YouTube thing, it's if I'm playing and not streaming, I'm still recording. So
That's
it's
true.
This could still be
you could voice over it, yeah.
Right, exactly. So it's a little bit different, and that's really nice because it's okay, It is weird to play and not record at all. It's like, what am I doing with my life? It's like, what am I doing?
Right?
This just feels
you're like
weird.
wasting time. It's weird, yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm wasting time playing games, which you never felt like before, right? Because gaming was what you loved.
Yeah.
So it definitely does change some things, but yeah, I just throw on the recording thing. I'm like, okay, we're working, kind of.
Yeah.
That's why I have such a hard time getting away from Elgato, is because they have that playback recording.
Exactly. Yeah.
Where like most capture devices and software, you have to be recording all the time if you want to get a clip.
Yeah.
Right.
Whereas Elgato, you can say, "Oh shit, that was awesome." Rewind it, record that, and then you got a video for tomorrow.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like you're chilling and playing, but you're still getting content if it so happens to be a good clip
makes
or whatever.
on the YouTube side of things,
exactly,
it makes it much easier.
Yeah.
YouTube, I feel like that gives you like a little bit of almost like a wall where you can like separate enjoying your time and like just saying what you want, doing what you want.
Yeah.
Your face not being recorded, like you're just like there playing and you can like capture it and go on. But I don't have like, I'm not like intelligent enough to do a whole like editing video things yet. I'm working on it, but I'm no
Twitch is a little different for me because it's created a situation for me where it's not that I feel like when I'm playing a video game, I should be on Twitch. I'm feeling like I'm missing something by not being on Twitch. Like I'm experiencing something that I'm not sharing. I've gotten so used to that, like sharing and conversation on Twitch, that it just feels somewhat emptier.
Yeah, agreed.
That's true.
But with some games, I just want to chill and play by myself.
Also, playing scary games is easier on Twitch because I don't get as scared.
No, I agree. Like, I will never in a million years. Like, I would never. It's like when I first started streaming, whatever. I'd never play a scary game. Would never. And then like I got convinced to do Until Dawn, and now like that kind of like that was like me like putting my foot in the water. Like I enjoyed that. That was fun. It's like I'll keep doing it. But if you were to ask me to like stream or not stream, just play a scary game in my house by myself, no, thank you. I would never do it.
It's so different.
Yeah, like
it's
you're
so
actually
different.
alone, which is so silly because you're alone regardless. But the fact that there's other people there, like and like being scared with
It
you,
makes such a difference.
Yeah,
It's
it really
crazy.
does. It really
you get
does.
less like not like you don't get as into the game, but you're looking away and looking at chat, and then you're looking back at the game.
You're not so engaged.
Whereas when you're just
in the
playing,
sense that
you're like you
freaking
hear
out.
everything, and
It's like having somebody in the room with you as opposed to being in the room all by yourself. I went back and tried playing the Resident Evil DLC in VR by myself.
In
and I was like,
VR
this is more
regardless,
scary than I remember it being on stream.
It is.
Yeah, it
it's
really
a lot
is.
scarier. It's crazy.
Yeah.
My roommate
I have,
will scare me all the time. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Tipsy. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I have an interesting perspective on this topic of enjoyment and going from YouTube and Twitch and all that, because obviously I started with YouTube. And as things started taking off with YouTube and working with Plant Destiny and all that, I found myself having less enjoyment in the game because I had to actually get footage specifically for things and then make edits and put together something that I feel I was okay with going out with.
You mean from YouTube aspect or not Twitch? Sorry.
YouTube specifically.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
I started out with YouTube first. And that changed things for me. It kind of, I was like, I don't know if I like that. Then I got into Twitch. Twitch was a breath of fresh air because you could just have fun playing the game and then share it with people. And then as I switched over to Twitch full time, I noticed myself now, I don't really find myself wanting to play games offline. And not because I think of it as like a work thing, but because I think of it as just like you guys were talking about. It's like, well, if I'm playing this game, I might as well stream it.
Yeah, exactly.
And have fun, you know? Like, it has to be a pretty specific game for me to feel like I'm not going to stream it. Like you guys were saying, like if you want to play League of Legends, you don't necessarily want to stream it because of the type of communities that can be brought into chat and create a lot of toxicity. We're all non-toxic streamers, so we don't go for that angle on Twitch.
Also, playing with Bungie people, they don't want to be streamed all the time.
True.
There you go, too. That's a big thing as well, yeah.
100%. I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
So I got an idea, actually.
Well, hold on.
sorry.
Well, yeah, let me finish. Sorry.
So basically, I'm in a position now where it feels weird not to stream a game, but not because of quote-unquote work, but because it's
used
how
to it.
I like to have fun playing the game now. I like to share the experience with chat, with the community, and have laughs and have moments that are recorded and so on and so forth. And then I will be honest, after an 8-hour stream, I kind of just want to sit on the couch and watch something.
Exactly.
And not have to do anything.
Yeah.
You know?
People will always ask me, I'll ask you that, like, what do you do? So say you do a long stream. Say you stream for 8 hours one day. You didn't mean to, like, it wasn't on purpose, but you, like, find yourself, really invested in a game, and you just, all of a sudden, you're like, oh, it's 8 hours. Like, that's crazy. What do you do afterwards? Like, to, like, let go of whatever, I don't want to call it necessarily work tension, but, like...
A light workout.
There you go.
Stretches,
Same
push-ups.
here, yeah.
Yeah,
I go for a walk.
Horizon, I try not to play more Horizon before I stream it.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I did though? I just ran around and collected like berries and wood and killed some robots.
So you still play when you ended stream? You still played?
Well, no, I was uploading a video to YouTube and like I couldn't upload and stream because the frames will drop or whatever. So I was like, I'm just gonna go run around and farm and kill some robots.
That's my entire thing doing Horizon was just like running around finding berries. Like that's the whole game to me. Actually,
me and Toma watch Tefty when we're done. You know, we watch Tefty.
I watch
stream.
Tefty at night too.
Yeah, Tefty's the nighttime guy.
So do
and his
I.
voice is like ASMR for me. It
Right?
like puts me
it
right
really
to bed in like
is
the
his
best
voice,
mood.
man. It is true. You always know. You always know.
Oh man.
But yeah,
So I
no,
got
I
an
feel
idea.
the same way. I feel the
This
same way,
question
Jessica.
brought up, but you know how Twitch has this new communities feature that nobody uses, everybody hates?
I don't even know
What
anything.
if we started a community that was just Destiny streamers doing other shit, so we get to bring that community
true.
with us?
That's a
into
really
that
good idea.
community.
That's not
That's
an
right.
idea.
So
Like
we
I've
get to
had the
keep-
mixtape, like my whatever stream team forever. But like it's not like a serious thing I'm gonna take seriously. But like having the whole communities thing's been
No,
fun.
but what if we had a community directory?
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
Like,
yeah.
they
community
have the new
directory where
community
you can
directories.
find your favorite Destiny streamers and see what they're up to.
Like
Like
that's
it's
what I
the
was
community that you know and love, that same positive kind of environment. It's a
Yeah, but
community
they're
that
just
you're
doing different stuff.
aware
Exactly,
of. Yeah.
yeah.
You're used
I
to
think
those
that would be
streamers.
super cool.
I'm down.
Do it,
Somebody
Brian,
get on
right
that.
now.
Only if we
Create that
play Sims the whole time,
It's
though.
too late.
I'm
Somebody
the Sims
just
streamer.
took that and just made a community out of it.
The
like that.
not
Great,
Destiny
'cause-
Destiny streamers.
Like I feel like all the Destiny streamers know each other at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've all like worked to cultivate this great place to stream and to hang out. So that you can hop around to different people's chat and still expect the same kind of community.
Yeah.
You know?
You see a lot of the same names. So you'd go
Right.
into this maybe you want to watch Horizon Zero Dawn gameplay, but you want to watch in a community that you're familiar with names you're familiar with, and boom, there you go.
Your safe
These are all the
place,
Destiny
yeah.
people streaming Horizon
That's
Zero
actually an
Dawn.
amazing idea. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic
That's really good.
idea.
I like it.
What do we name it
Once
though?
every 20 years or so. Something.
All right, Backwards Ninja, we need you on this. Move.
That's a really good idea
All right,
though.
next question.
Go ahead. Sorry. Yeah.
We're doing pretty good. These are really rapid
Yeah.
fire. We've already done 2 questions.
Well, we started them early though.
That's true. Handsome Dragon says, what are your expectations for tomorrow's reveal? Big April update drop, smaller scale event. I think we already kind of went over
Yeah.
that.
I want to
Yeah,
have
yeah.
that though. Let's
Okay.
fight about
Of
it.
course you
Let's
do.
talk
Where's
more
your
about that
tinfoil
fucking
hat? You-
train.
Train
wanna
where I'm
know-
expecting
Yeah, like
More
where's
about
your
it.
beard? Just finish
to
that
get
and
my
put your hat on.
bags and put them in the
All
car.
right, Joshua Bryant
There you
says,
go.
ever thought of holding
Sorry.
a raffle for your followers to do guest spots on the podcast?
No.
That would be kind of cool, actually.
It
Yeah,
really
I
be-
hadn't thought about
I'll
it.
tell you why I don't like this idea.
Why?
Okay.
Because every week
So
you make
volatile?
one person in the community happy and everybody else in the community unhappy.
Agreed.
It's a fair point.
Really? Yeah.
True.
Well, because people want to be on, and like, I also think that it's about the community, the people that are contributing to the community, that are content creators, like app developers. It's just the community podcast is about, for us, it's about highlighting and introducing, the great work that people are doing in the community.
So why am I
And
here? Should
so
I leave?
shut up. You know exactly why. You're all
Yeah,
part of
KK
it's
is amazing.
It's a huge. You're part of the fabric that makes our community, and
Yeah.
KK was
It's-
the first person to actually welcome me into Destiny when I went from YouTube to Twitch.
Oh.
Like KK was right there telling me about the rating. Is like ratings what we do, and
You're
this
like,
is how you
what
do
is
it.
that? Yeah, I remember that.
I was like
Yeah,
so
yeah.
confused. But yeah, KK. She was the welcome committee for Twitch.
we have little pins you can wear in your sweater. No, but yeah, no, I get that. Like, I mean, think about the Bungie bounty thing. Like, when people weren't a part of it immediately, it was like
Oh,
really
so much
upsetting.
toxicity.
And I'm so
Yeah.
thankful that I was asked to do it. I was honored. I think I have personality where like I've done so much outside of Twitch in my life recently because my age and like things were going on in my life that I don't really expect anything. And so when they asked me, I was like, hell yeah, I'll do it. But had I seen it, and not been a part of it, I've been like, oh, it would have been cool to do, but I wouldn't expect it. And same like this, like I know you, oh, the puppy. Anyway, ADD, sorry. But like you guys keep doing this and amazing, and I love it. But I've never sat here and been like, why am I not invited yet? Why am I not a part of it? Like, we all like exist in like this little like dome together that is Destiny, but like it's like I don't know. There's so many competitive people, and I don't like that
Lauren,
feeling.
I put out a tweet that was like, tell me who you want to have on the podcast to our fans and people that listen to the show. And I went through and I picked out as many people as the community wanted.
Your dog's so mad right now.
To have on, and your name popped up a lot. So I think that's it's humble for you to say that you don't play an important role, but I think that every content creator that takes time to put something up on YouTube, on Twitch, or a podcast is all part of where we are now. And it's part of when I think about this community and I get nostalgic about Destiny, year 1, year 2, year 3, and I think about, the Vault of Glass raids and stuff. I also get nostalgic about the times that I've had in people's Twitch streams and, sitting there wondering, picking apart Dado's videos about how to get a exotic sword and doing that and just I mean there's so many memories that are involved, and that's what this podcast is about bringing those people into this conversation and talking about it. So I don't necessarily think that it's not that we don't want to invite the average Joe onto the podcast.
That's what I'm saying. Is that there's so many people who do.
Right.
They're like, our community's so massive. Like, one of the biggest things I'm humbled by is all of you that are here, like being able to do, Twitch and YouTube and constantly updating content, things like that. I've been doing this for almost 2 years now, and I still am like trying to figure it out. And the fact that you guys do that on a daily basis is mind-boggling to me. But there are some people who do, whether it's just strictly YouTube or Twitch, there's some people who create content that are unique and amazing and equally as important, that it's almost impossible to several months span to keep going with someone. There's so many. There's so every day in the directory I see someone new. I have no idea who you were, and then I watched a stream for 5 minutes. I'm like, oh my Lanta, it's fantastic. You're amazing. It's fun constantly growing. It's impossible to keep up with.
I'm booked out on the podcast 2 months, right? And
that's fantastic.
And people, it's an uncomfortable distance out to podcast or to book people, because I have all these people that I want on the show, and it's going to be great to have them on. But when you get too far out, I was talking to Unknown Player 2 months out, but 2 months prior, and he's like, yeah, I really want to be on your show, but I don't know what I'm doing 2 months out. And I'm like,
no, it is hard. That's what you guys, the first time you contacted me, I was like, oh, what you mean, dude?
Oh, yeah.
2 months?
And then you're like,
I'll probably be in Europe.
Give me a 3 week. You're like, give me a 3 week notice, a 2 week notice, and a 1 week notice. So I was like 3 weeks out. I'm like, Lauren, you're 3 weeks out. You're 2 weeks out. Okay.
No, you're next honestly, week. When you messaged me next week, I was like, shit, all right, I've got to do the podcast thing. Hold on, everyone, prepare for it. It's happening now.
No, but there's a ton of people that we really want to have on, and it's going to be fun. But I think we're going to be well into Destiny 2 before we make another loop around,
Yeah, it's so hard. There's so many people who just continue to join. Even now, I see new people in Twitch directory that I've never seen before. And it's awesome to see them succeeding and doing what they want to do and pulling numbers and all that. I'm like, it's awesome. It's crazy that no matter what anyone says about this game or how they feel about it, they dead, Cindy, whatever, it doesn't matter. People are building careers off doing what they love via this game to this day. No matter how much you hate it or how much you're bored with it.
Is Whiskey one of your mods? Does he know you from your chat? WHSKY. Do you know him?
Sorry, how do you spell it?
No, WHSKY.
SKY?
Yeah, SKY. I don't know.
SKY?
SKY. He's getting Lauren to do anything is a miracle. I don't know. He's just the comments are.
That's my best friend. I've known him for 3 years.
Okay.
Just messing with
I'm like he's seems to know you really well. Yeah. That's why.
I'm an idiot. When it comes to doing anything, I'm just I try so hard, and I'm like, oh, I'm 10 minutes late. That's fine. Oh, an hour later.
So isn't that crazy? You guys are all streamers, and
That's
could
what we
you,
meant. Yeah,
I mean, could
that's
you
what I meant.
do like how often? How much? Let me ask a question. Then I want to ask a question. How much do mods help you?
Me?
Oh,
It's not even a feasible experience.
Like, I mean,
I feel like I should pay them
explain that to me. I really want to
$100,000
know
Yeah,
what that
right?
means to have them.
I mean, mods
Mods
set the
are-
culture for your stream.
it.
No,
They
no,
do.
Tetsy, go ahead.
They
Go on.
set the
I've talked
tone
enough.
of the
Yeah,
community.
they really
Everybody
do.
take a wheel. Take a lap. I want to
Okay.
hear.
I'll let
really
Watts go ahead, or Tetsy. You guys go. I've talked enough. Go ahead. You guys go first.
So, basically, it's exactly what I was going to say. Is that the mods you pick set the tone and the culture of your chat, because you can't moderate your chat. You can't moderate your chat like, say, 20% of the time. Honestly,
No.
if you're going to play the game and focus and carry conversation with things that are going on,
Caboose.
you have to have mods that are going to be on top of it. So the mods you pick and the tone they set, that hopefully is from your own tone as well, is the culture of the chat. Like you have to it's huge.
Like, yeah, you
It's
feel like,
huge.
yeah, you're right.
It's-
100%, yeah. Sorry, go on. Okay, what?
Well, I can only echo that. It's, they make it to where I don't feel stressed. If sometimes, groups of people will come into your chat and attack you, and that's what they do. Like, they make the rounds between different streams, and I don't
Trying to
have
get
to
a
worry
rise.
about that. I don't have to worry about getting upset or getting angry or anything, because the mods are instantly taking care of it, and they're making light of it. They're making everything funny. I don't know what I would do without them. They manage the clan. They let people
Same, yeah.
go into the clan, and they will just go through and accept people. There'll be questions that I can't currently answer, and they'll be there asking, helping
setting up
people with
commands.
Yeah.
that. Yeah, the
Like,
commands,
they do
like
so much,
everything.
All that.
They do so much. I don't know what I would do without them, and they're all super nice. So the chat is always funny, and everyone's polite, everyone's happy. It's positive, inviting, and that's all down to the mods.
My favorite is when they recognize your weaknesses and help you
And then
out
tell
in those
you, yep.
areas.
That's
Yeah,
why.
like,
That's why. I
They
was,
100%.
they don't point out your weakness. They just fix it
They'll,
for
like,
you.
hint at you.
Like,
Well,
oh,
my mods
did you
wouldn't.
check to make sure that Destiny? You're streaming Destiny,
Yeah.
right? Like, because for some reason it just defaults to Dead or Alive every day, and sometimes during the stream it'll switch, and they'll just be like, "Hey, switch it to Destiny," like stuff like that. It's like, they'll when the Nightfall changes, they just change the command for the Nightfall to reflect the new stuff. Like they just do this stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
I
as a
know, and I'm
streamer-
like, whoa,
Sorry, go ahead.
all these commands. I had
Yeah,
no
right?
idea
Like, I have
on
no,
any of
yeah, we have
them.
like
It's
120
this
in
is
my
so
channel. I have no idea
helpful.
what they are. But, like, I always have my chat ups. Like, so when I'm streaming, like, like my popped out chat. And, like, I'll come and sit down, like, get ready for stream, like, fix some things. And I see them, like, in chat changing commands. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, these people are taking time out of
Yeah.
their day that I'm sure they could do something else with. But, like, they're taking that time to, like, do things like that. But they're like, they become like a olive branch of who you are as a streamer. And so, whatever you want to communicate in your stream, like be funny or funny. Like in my chat, we don't really ban very many things. We like try to play off of it, make it funny and fun. And they are like, they are hilarious. Like half time I'm sitting there like, just like bug-eyed, annoying, crazy, scary, like hide your children face when I'm playing, because I get really serious. And they're just like in chat, like people are commenting on it and they're just like playing off of it. They're making fun of me most of the time, but it's fun. Like it's always funny and fun. I can't imagine, like we were saying, the whole like playing games off stream. I can't imagine playing the games I play without having them in chat give me a hard time and making jokes, because it makes it fun. And they're incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Yep.
Next question, Josh G. If you were told to hold your fruit, what fruit would you be holding and why?
if I was
Big
to
ass
be-
watermelons.
Yes. Confirmed. Watts
The
likes
reference
watermelon.
is to the beginning of Horizon Zero Dawn when he says, "Everybody, hold your fruit." Hold your
Everyone
fruit.
laughed
Fruit.
so hard at that.
Oh my god, I died.
That was a good speech by him too.
I would have liked to
It
hear it.
was, yeah.
Hold your fruit.
Hold your fruit, everybody. Look, there's nobody that wants to F this guy up more than me.
What character says that in game, Pope?
We don't want to.
We don't
want
wanna
to
spoil it.
Soyzit Blindy
Yeah.
says thoughts on having piercing rounds ignore any overshields not given by supers, i.e., jug shields, or force barrier or flame shield. So, armor piercing rounds would ignore any overshield except for ones provided by a super.
Makes it fucking overpowered as hell.
It would
In PvP.
I could see where he's going though, because maybe don't don't make it ignore it, but like significantly more damage to it.
It's true. It's an interesting thought, honestly. You could actually make
like
it a
it.
useful perk.
Yeah, I'd like armor-piercing rounds to be able to apply some damage to, like, the Cabal shields, that would be...
I'd like to just wallbang people again. That was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah, be able to shoot through a wall.
It was great.
Or mountain.
Or a mountain. Yeah, or 5 walls.
That works.
Another question by Soyzik, because he just had 2 good ones this time. Would moving the Ias Luna archetype to a 4-shot kill, which would mean 2 head, 2 body, make the Ill Will archetype more viable?
It would just
So-
make those hand cannons crap, and then
that just sounds bad. You just ruined the gun in that sense. I don't know.
because you're gonna have to adjust everything.
The answer is yes. It would make the Ill Will more viable, but it would make the Ias Luna just absolute
It would
garbage.
make
Because
hand cannons garbage. Yeah.
In that process, you would also have to nerf the even faster rate of fire ones
Yep.
even further
Right.
down the hole than they already are.
Yeah, everybody. You're right, because nobody would go up to the Ill Will. Everybody would go down to the
Yeah.
ones that currently need 2 headshots.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
my
just
god.
so no,
Assault
so
would
no.
flow.
Just no.
Everybody
Everything's
would
fine.
destroy.
Leave it alone. It's good.
There would be people throw
Everything's
like
fine.
pitchforks on their way to Seattle.
Right?
Horizon Zero Subcult says, in Iron Banner Supremacy, what strategies are you leaning towards in this meta, given the special ammo economy?
Overwatch.
Foul winners,
So-
Night Stalker, throw grenades. When you see a crest drop, you just throw a wombo there. They all run in it and they die. Ooh,
Do you get womboed? Nice.
easy peasy.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
That wormwood, it just dominates.
Yeah,
It does.
it hurts. It hurts so
It's
bad.
good.
So does Drake's Promise.
I actually got killed by Drake's Bombs a couple times.
Yeah, I feel like I get
finally
killed
bought my
only by
Drake's Promise
drags, I feel
back.
like.
It is so fun to use.
Yeah.
It is so fun.
Briar's a believer.
Yeah.
I don't know, just yeah.
I've been using the slingshot to kind of use a freeze effect on multiple enemies, and then using the sharpshooter bow
What
to go
bow?
after
I like how
the
you do the
glowy bits
animation.
on their back.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Have you used?
Well, I've been doing a lot of VR lately, so.
Have you used the arrows, the specially armed arrows that can knock off shields?
Armor tearing?
Armor tearing.
Armor tearing. Yeah.
Yeah, those are good ones. Those are good ones.
Sharpshooter arrows. Those are
What
good.
you really want to do is get a combo going.
Right.
Yeah. You got to combo up, time down,
That's right.
Yeah.
I love the
That's
traps
how you
though,
win
setting
Iron
down
Banner.
bombs, but their proximity is not wide enough. It takes, you really gotta get something to walk.
Oh,
right
it's
over
fine
the
when
top.
they're just chasing you. When they're just right behind you. Just drop one down and you run.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Probably the best, though. Like, I didn't think I would enjoy this as much, but having 2 massive machines go against each other because you just hacked one is so satisfying. Like
Yeah,
the
what artifact was that? I forgot.
Oh, it's
Those stories.
it's Decepticon artifacts.
Decepticon.
The Dinobot artifact.
We're
GB Hash
confusing
says,
so many
I
people
know-
right now. We were talking about Horizon Zero Dawn.
I enjoyed that.
GP Hash says, I know you all hate shotguns, but the in-air accuracy nerf is ridiculous. Would you change it back to make them usable?
No, get out.
Probably.
All right, make snipers usable again. What you mean, dude? I mean, like with the special ammo nerf, like. Oh, sorry. Never mind. I don't want to rant.
No, I'm with you, Team KK.
Yeah.
I think this is a really valid argument, is that you took away all the special ammo, so undo the nerfs you did to the special weapons because they're no longer needed.
Yeah.
You now have a special weapon economy that makes that ammo very rare and very special, so you should feel very special when you're using that weapon.
And like I agree to increase. Like honestly, I feel like sidearms. Like I don't like that's the thing with Destiny. Every time it's like one gun becomes the meta every time, which is good in the sense that like that's how games are played. Like everyone obviously like autos, things like that. But the fact that sidearms are just so. They're just OP right now. Like no matter what, you always have ammo, and I don't like that. I don't like the fact that I want to snipe, which means granted, maybe I have to sit in the back of the map a little bit, or I could be more aggressive and use my last word in close range, and then have longer quarter type combat. But I'm screwed when I spawn in every time with no ammo. I go to get ammo and I'm dead. It's just if you play the meta, it's fun. I would agree with that. I really do enjoy it when you actually play into it. But I don't want to. I want to be able to play the way I want to play the game. I don't want to play into the meta. Like, I enjoy playing long range and then short range, like, you know, short combat. I don't like having to go in and just, like, whip it all out and just honestly shit show 24/7, which I like. There's a lot more, like, primary ammo, primary type combat, and, you know, one-on-ones that you can win. But it's just literally, honestly a shit show the entire time. Like, it's not, there's no really strategic to it.
It's less of a shit show now than it was a month ago.
Really? I mean, like, granted, yeah, but I feel like you could defend yourself better before. Like, you could play into your element, whereas now when you don't have ammo, you can do nothing. You're just screwed.
Or you get into a primary fight for God's, you know, like.
Yeah. Well, primaries were not relevant
forbid
before.
that. I mean,
so, but yeah.
I don't really feel like it's that many primary fights, honestly. It's
really
sidearms.
It's sidearm fights, exactly. Yeah.
Melee, nade, and supers.
Unless you use icebreaker, yeah, but like.
Yeah. Danny asks, given the abundance of PvP playlists currently, would you like to see them more streamlined in Destiny 2 and more PvE-focused playlists with matchmaking, as opposed to only strike playlists?
Go on, what?
I mean, I don't know about the last one. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that's going down the direction of, like, raid matchmaking, right?
I don't know. It's hard to say. What else would you matchmake in PvE?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, in terms of the PvP thing, I would for sure like them to streamline it. I don't know how they're going to do that or what their plan is to do that, but I've seen a bunch of people who work at Bungie on Twitter say we have a lot of playlists. So I think they definitely are aware that there's a lot of playlists and that it would be better if there were less playlists. So I think that's just what they would do in Destiny 2 anyway, because it's just every time they've brought out like a new thing. It's just adding and just they keep adding and adding and adding and adding, and we definitely need to
part of the
streamline
problem
it.
is that they charge for DLC, so they can't rely on every player having the DLC, so they got to keep some legacy playlists around.
Yes,
so people who didn't can still play.
That's
I think
true.
they should focus on making them dynamic. In Destiny 2 is making them easy to edit the playlists, so that when they have a huge player population right at the beginning or when a new DLC drops, they can have a ton of playlists. But as the player base drops, you know, in the lean times, they can pare down the playlist to keep the player population together.
Yeah.
I think it's like, can you imagine being a game developer and having to do that?
Though.
Like, that just sounds so bad. Like, trying to create new content and then, like, realizing that half your population of the game that plays your game won't carry over. You know what I mean? Like, that just sounds so stressful. It's just so hard. Like, someone who's, like, a streamer who, like, you know, that's my job. So I'm going to buy every DLC. Like, I know I'm going there. I'm going to play it, things like that. But imagining, like, being there and being, like, an avid Destiny fan and not being able to, like, upgrade to that, your next DLC and things like that.
Well, do you remember with The Dark Below, where that came out right before Christmas, the year that Destiny came out, and a lot of players were super pissed because they got Destiny, but they couldn't play the newest content.
But you can't, like, be mad at them for, you know what I mean? It's like trying to find a happy medium is almost impossible in that aspect.
I feel like Titanfall's nailing it right now.
I'm sorry, who plays that still? Who plays
Overwatch
Titanfall?
also nailing it right now.
True. That is actually very true. That is actually really true.
Yeah.
But they have the, when we get on PC, boys.
Masco Blackfire says, should Bungie just upgrade current content to year 3 levels and release a world tier system like the Division until Destiny 2? Meaning no new content until Destiny 2. Would this be enough for the player base? It would be for me. What do y'all think?
Okay. Just what's this world tier system?
It's in Division.
I don't know what it is. Could you explain it?
It basically you would set your world to max at like light level 300, then 340, then 360, then 380, then 400 light. So the actual encounters would scale to that difficulty. You set your world tier, and so would the drops.
Okay.
Yeah, no, thank you.
But there's no new content, correct?
No new content. Yeah.
If there's
maybe Volta Glass and
See, every time I hear people talking about let's bring up the new or let's bring up the old raids to current level, I just don't see how it's going to solve any problems or anything like that. You can run those right now. You can effectively do them. Yes, you will then get that whatever the hell would drop from there at
Expired loot.
Yeah, you would get
Expired
loot
yeah.
that's now okay. It's at this current light level, but does that help? That doesn't help with progression. That doesn't help you want to really play the game that much more, in my opinion.
Yeah,
you're playing you're playing old content that now gives better their current light level loot. So no, I really don't feel like that would solve any problems for.
If they bring back the Vault of Glass and Crota's End, I don't even really give a shit about King's Fall. I ran that to death, and I'm done with it.
Same.
And the loot sucked anyway. But if they brought back Vault of Glass and Crota's End, they'd have to, in my opinion, change it significantly. They don't have to change the level geometry, but they'd have to change the encounters inside of it. Because I ran Vault of Glass to death, I ran Crota's End to death, and them just putting a new light level on it and upgrading the gear to 400 light or to 420 light, if they upped it to 420, which they fucking better. It just, I don't know, it's not that appealing to me. I know there's a lot of newer players who were around in year one.
But
yeah,
Brian, what if they brought back Fatebringer? Exactly as it was.
Thank you,
Had
Watts.
elemental damage,
I did it,
but
though. I've already
it's
done
an
it.
exotic. So
Been there,
like
done
they're
it.
like, hey, you can have Fatebringer.
I'd rather it be a legendary. One of the reasons
the
it's so
problem
good
is that Fatebringer was too good for being like an elemental primary with Firefly and all that stuff.
I honestly think they're doing exactly what you're saying. Is they're gonna bring back the Vault of Glass and they're gonna bring back the weapons.
I hope they do.
From that and Crota's End. But like I did that for a year.
See, like, if you're asking me as someone who, like, I've obviously played the game since I played the alpha, or the beta, sorry, not the alpha, but, like, the one raid that, if, like, my viewers like, hey, let's do a raid, like, that's what I would do is VOG. Again. No other raid do I have any appeal to. It's like, if you ever bring it back, and it's like just a little bit of a tease, just, like, carry on some content just for a few more months, you know what I mean? Until, like, we're getting closer and closer to Destiny 2, I would be so down for it. Going back into VOG, and, like, as a streamer, from only a content creator standpoint, that would be fun. Like, taking people through that raid, I would do that. Like, right now, if someone's like, oh, you want a raid? No. I mean, that's cool, dude. If you go to LFG, it's great. But, like, I would never, like, take viewers through raids because I don't personally enjoy it anymore. Like, I've done it, and I feel like I'm satisfied from it. With VOG, I don't know, I don't know if it's the nostalgia or what it is about that raid, but it always feels unique. And it's always fun. Mm-hmm. Like, even now when I go back into it, 2 years later, I still enjoy it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I do understand the whole weapon
encounters
stuff.
Somehow. They'd have to change the encounters
somehow.
I think so,
too. I think they got to change it up somewhat. Even if the loot drops are a little different, like they could do that, but ideally they can change the encounters and maybe have Sieve or something.
Can I ask
like
guys,
that.
when's the last time you guys did a VOG grade, though, honestly?
2 weeks
a couple
ago.
months ago, probably.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
All right.
Couple
Well,
days
all right.
ago. Actually, last
Probably
week for me.
mine's probably like 4 months ago.
But before that,
that's
it
why
had
I
been
feel that way.
about. Before that, it had been about a year.
Yeah, like I
because
did it one
we
time offline, but yeah. Go on.
We ran it with the infinite super glitch just to see how that played out, and it was fun as hell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of fun.
I feel like us dedicated players would enjoy it a little bit. Agreed, encounters could be changed, but give me that much and I'll work with it, you know what I mean? It's a game that I love.
I think it's the most likely thing that's going to happen in the April update.
I think
Pug Me in the Bum says, have you guys ever thought of watching cringe compilations? I love
Yes, I said that. I don't know why. You guys should do that, like, at the end of every of these podcasts. Like, pull them up and, like, see you guys' expressions. That would be hilarious. It'd be fantastic. You guys should, like, try to incorporate that at some point in time. Cringe
compilations.
So, like the worst, cringiest, like, YouTube videos and, like, little short clips. You guys all watch them and
Is
react
that like
to them.
people, like, riding skateboards and, like,
Dying,
like
basically.
slicing their nuts off or
Yes,
something?
things like that, yeah.
God.
Yeah, but your expressions
No, I don't
would be
wanna watch
funny.
that.
You
I don't
guys
want to
are
watch
very...
that.
Yeah, but it'd be
I don't want
funny.
to watch that unless they do the GTA wasted thing at the very end of it. Then it'll be funny.
Wasted
Then I'll be like,
compilations.
yes.
I'm sure that's a thing.
100% is.
I
Yeah.
watched
I'm more
those
interested
before.
in doing like the
Yeah,
video,
that's where you
like,
got it from.
watching
There
the
you go.
videos that are like the don't laugh challenge kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like
'Cause
that.
that's happy and that's fun.
That's
I
what
don't
these
want
are.
to see somebody get a skateboard stuck up their asshole. It sucks.
Have you done it
for
before?
yourself,
Unless
Brian.
How
it
many
says wasted.
skateboards have you? I'm sorry, what?
Wasted.
Don't knock it until you
Zero
try it.
Hero says, would it be cool if Destiny 2 had missions where you play as lead characters, i.e. Saladin, Cade, and Eris?
What?
I think Destiny is about our journey,
Becoming legend.
our player
you
become
being
legend, yada yada. Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to play as them ever.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? But
I mean, maybe in like
I
a
don't see it.
subclass-esque mission, maybe you could like play it. I don't know.
I think it's a great idea, but I'm with Patrick. It's the lore
I'm with Patrick.
is
as well.
about it's about you.
I can
see it making for an awesome like story moment. Like maybe like we were talking about a couple weeks ago, the Cabal invade the tower. You are Commander Zavala with a fucking sword in your hand, and you go in and you start swiping away at these Cabal as they just swarm you and become too much. And that's kind of like the last you see of Zavala is you got to play him for that.
Zavala dying as Zavala.
The last scene of Halo Reach, where
like what would they do?
you're
How would they
overwhelmed.
program that? Even would he have like what supers would he have? What abilities would he have? Like would he have all different ones? Would he have the Destiny 1 ones?
I can say that if they were to do something like that, it needs to be done so fucking sparingly, because WoW did that. Where there were a couple things where you would go and play as this other character, and it felt really cool. You were really powerful, and then they started to do it more and more and more. Where there are other missions where it's like, oh yeah, well this time I'm playing as this character from his. It became so vanilla, so fucking bland that it just wasn't interesting. It lost its appeal. So if they make it so that you have to play as a character for something, like make it a very unique experience, so that would actually stand out.
What about
It
the
just
ending
have to
of
be-
Destiny 1? That's the only time it happens. That's it.
Well, so story-wise, it has to be something in story. Like, it's got to
It
be
does.
part of canon. Witcher 3 does a good job of that. Where, like, you have a flashback to Ciri, and you actually play as Ciri for those moments right there. And they're cool. They're nice little breaks from the gameplay. So if they did have something, it would have to be some flashback moment where you have to then go play as Zavala to do this story episode type of thing. But they'd have to be really good to want to do that.
I wanted
Really good, yeah.
I wanted.
Really good.
I'm sorry. Who is Iron Lord?
Saladin.
Jack.
Saladin. So Salad Man. So I wanted at the at Rise of Iron. You know, when he lands, he flies in his ship, and he lands like heroically with his heavy machine gun and shoots 3 bullets and kills the 2 fallen that are there, and he goes, you know, some things still work. You know, I wish we would have fought that whole scene where you're defending when you first get to the mountaintop. You know, you're first fighting the Siva strike, all that stuff. I wish you would have fought it with him. You know,
Yeah,
I
like
wish
side
you would
by
have
side.
landed shoulder
Yeah.
to shoulder. You know, he jumps down, he comes down, flies in with his ship, you know, let's fight this together, you know, and then you turn around and you're like, ga, you know, I don't know.
Fighting
You
Focus
alongside
fire
the
on
heroes
one
of
enemy
this-
with them.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it would have been cool. So I think there is room for these specialty characters to play missions with you, but I don't know how you would play it as them. I'm thinking of like Halo, where you had
Arbiter.
placed as the Arbiter. So there is possibility of doing that and still making it cool,
Viable,
So,
but yeah. So much work, though. It'd be like, I don't even know. It takes so much effort to make it seamless. I can't imagine Destiny with that, but...
Mr. Goodbite says, to fix sidearms, what if you always spawned with less special ammo on sidearms, but could pick up any special bricks? So what you're spawned in with is all you got. You couldn't pick up any extra special.
You can't pick up special.
So you couldn't constantly warrior with a sidearm now. It would have to be... I remember when they first like showed sidearms in the... I think it was the House of Wolves Prison of Elders reveal. And it was... Barry, he was saying, yeah, it's a weapon that's always, it's always there to swap to, something like that. It's always there when you really need it. Yeah, like I like the idea of not being able to pick up special. It completely annihilates any sort of PvE viability, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's so hard about this game is they're so tied together. Sorry, go on.
Yeah.
But it would make an interesting thing in PvP, where this is the ammo that you have, use it when you need it, something to swap to, and you could adjust the equip speeds of the weapons, make them swap to really quickly. and stuff like that. But yeah, and I think it's
It'd
a
be
cool
interesting.
idea to mess around with.
Yeah. If I was Bungie, I would be interested in testing how that actually played out.
That's what's so hard. It's like, because we like sit here and we want all these things, but imagine being the actual company doing it. Like, you put it out there and it doesn't work out perfectly, then it's like, oh, everything's the little dog that's in the room that's on fire. It's fine
Yeah.
all the time. Like there's so many little things I can think of that like I would like to be better, but then when I actually like sit there and like, well, how do other people play the game, things like that, I can't imagine trying to incorporate them all into one and make everyone happy.
I don't know what you're talking about, Lauren. Making video games is easy, and all they do
Oh
is
yeah,
hit the-
Pope, where's your game, dude?
Yeah, they just
Pornhub doesn't
insert,
count,
you
man.
know,
What?
They just copy paste code into it, and then like it
Yeah.
happens, it works.
Press the delete button.
Yeah,
little
you
piece
don't
of-
want
Yeah.
scories in there.
easy.
Just backspace, scories.
Yep.
Just delete the word scories out of the.
Select score.
Yeah,
Delete.
find all. Control F. Find all scories. Replace with.
Yeah. There you
Super easy.
Yeah.
Garrett Hilton says, forget weapons and armor. How do you feel about our Guardians moving to Destiny 2?
Nope.
I want a fresh start.
Fresh.
Same.
Fresh.
Agreed.
Fresh.
Agreed. So much. Yep.
I was
Yeah.
wobbling before. Now I am firm. Fresh start.
Yeah,
Fresh
I was
start.
talking with somebody at GameStop today about this when I was finishing up my Switch pre-order, and they were talking about how they don't want to bring the
about
character forward. They don't want to bring forward the character because the facial customizations in the beginning were so limited. Like,
True.
why bring
Yeah.
forward your character and not be able to put a beard on him?
Does he even have a
Exactly.
name? He said like 3 lines. Like, would you even know? Like,
That's true.
if they didn't say anything
Yeah.
about, like, has your character transferred? Like, would you even fucking know?
You just know that they took a
Yeah.
crack about Little Light, and that's it.
Like, what is recognizable about your current character?
Yeah.
Well,
Except for
Just
the
your
armor and the
It's
weapons
your
he
armor.
has.
Yeah, it's the armor you choose to wear, but you can put that on anything, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't
Fresh
know
starts.
if I spent like a fraction of the time that people spent on is it Fallout character? I saw some people like going into extreme depths of that. That's not something that really excites me, to spend that time on character creation screens, but I can see how some people in an MMO would really want that option. But
Yeah.
to me, I mean, I almost always operate with my helmet on, and ever since that option, I never bothered to take it off. I just leave it on.
Yeah. If I take off my character's helmet, I'm reminded they don't have a beard. Feels
I
bad.
know.
Yeah.
It's
And
like-
that feels bad.
Yep.
I don't know. I have zero connection to the character, like, at all. I mean,
Yeah.
he said 3 or 4 lines since I've known him.
Yeah.
You have more connection to your like last word or your fate.
They
bringer.
talk less than Patrick does in this podcast.
Oh boy.
Bamboozzy says, I love Watt's idea on Twitter of a necromancer-inspired class. Does anyone else have some fun hopes?
Briar's audio is going to sound like shit. And I'm going to be like, man, I have no idea what happened this podcast.
Just saying.
That doesn't sound like a fun hope.
Sounds like he's on helium the entire time. Wonder how that happened.
That would be really funny.
That would be funny.
It doesn't matter. They'll just get mad at Pope for it. I'm
That's
joking.
true.
What did Pope do to Briar's audio?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you just like hear typing in the background.
Okay, so no fun
I mean,
hopes. I'll
No
move on to the
ideas.
next
No
question.
hopes. No dreams.
I
Same.
thought that
Vince White says-
I thought it would be cool to explore like, elemental classes a little bit more of, just I don't know, elemental controls. Like you can control the environment around you, and it would make sense to take a certain character into like playing Venus or something like that, because you could have some controls over the environment in that way. But I don't know.
How about like if you could combine powers with your teammates and like stack them, like almost combo them?
Yeah. Like a
That'd be
bubble
cool.
shield and then, a warlock super.
So like Overwatch.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah,
so
maybe
they
protect the
they
load
would-
or something.
If no, if like we
But no, it is
if
true
we
that diversity.
if we combined them at the
diversity,
same time, it wouldn't create a bubble and a warlock super. It would
Yeah.
create something new,
Yeah.
like something
Yeah.
that was different.
or
Yeah,
having
that'd
like
be cool.
like more unique traits that you can like combine together.
Yeah.
And whatever encounter is like takes like a very specific like. I mean, obviously you don't want like, oh, dude, I need like 2 warlocks with gala horns. You know what I mean? Like that
No,
type of
we
thing
don't
all
need
over again.
warlocks.
But something like that. We're like, yeah, that'd be fun. Like make an encounter different every time. Same. I'll do it.
Vince White says, "How come there is no love for Xbox with all these new games?"
Xbox
Like
was
what?
caught sleeping. I don't know.
Because PlayStation was selling more, so it financially made more sense for them to do that.
Xbox or Microsoft restructured the Xbox team at the end of the Xbox 360's life cycle. When they were coming up with the Xbox One idea and why some of those decisions were so seemingly miscalculated is because that was a whole new management team. And one of the decisions that management team did was decide we don't want to have any in-house developers. So that's why you saw basically an exodus. Like all Microsoft used to have a ton of, is it called second party when they're like third party, but they only work for one company?
Yeah.
Like what Naughty Dog is to
Yeah,
Sony.
like that. They used to have a ton of them back in the Xbox 360 days, but they got rid of them all except for a very limited few. And right now we're seeing the effects of that.
Yeah. Yeah, and
It was a very poor decision on Microsoft.
Microsoft
But I mean, like,
also
when you
ran into
say,
some
like-
problems too, where these
ahead, sorry.
these games that several key games that Microsoft was putting out also got canceled, and so they don't have those exclusive titles that PlayStation has just killed them on that. I mean, Horizon Zero Dawn.
It's not that PlayStation killed them; they killed themselves.
But like, I'm
You
sorry.
know,
Like,
at the
when
end
we
of the
say
a lot of
Xbox
Xbox
360
exclusive games are also on PC. So
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, what is it that when someone says like, why is it PS4? Like, besides Horizon, like, what else is like a very popular title that's on PS4
God of War is coming up.
coming up?
Bloodborne.
I'm saying, like,
Uncharted.
right now though.
Neo.
Yeah, Uncharted. Like, was like,
Uncharted, yeah.
like I'm talking about like PvP type encounter games. I feel like they get a lot of like single player games, which
Well, if you want to narrow it down to one specific category, it's going to be harder. But I feel like we listed 5 of them that were pretty AAA.
Yeah,
What were they?
strictly
Sorry.
PvP is pretty difficult.
yeah, I was gonna say yeah. I mean, like any
Neo,
game I play personally.
Uncharted, Bloodborne.
True,
Yeah.
Bloodborne. Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah.
Last of Us is coming
Last
out
of Us.
one day eventually.
God of
2020.
War
The
is
next
coming
one.
up.
Yeah.
It's just you
They got an all-star lineup.
You can't really line up the games that are coming up between the two consoles and not see that PlayStation is kind of killed them on it. But there's still some really good games on Xbox, and it kind of makes it makes me want to keep one around because there is good games to play on Xbox, but it just feels like the majority of my time right now is being spent on PlayStation.
See, like I grew up an Xbox player, like not Xbox. I mean, like my first console I ever played was a PlayStation, but like I've always been Xbox. Like when there's like specific games like that are on PS4. And up until streaming, I would never touch them. Didn't care about them. Never worried about it. Like the Last of Us, the first one. Like I bought the PS4 bundle. That's what I got. Was my first like actual PS4. But I never played it, and like those games never really bothered me. Like I didn't even think anything of them. It was like all the big
everybody's got
blockbuster
different
type.
tastes.
Yeah, I'm just saying, just different standpoint. But yeah, like the big like blockbuster people.
During the Xbox 360, Microsoft was killing it. They had the Call of Duty,
They did,
timed
yeah.
exclusive. They had a ton of
Halo?
really good. Yeah, they had Halo. They had a ton of really good, especially shooters. It felt like,
Yeah,
and it felt like PlayStation was definitely lagging behind.
but not like totally console specific games though. Like those were still available.
Well, I think
Call of
that
Duty
when
wise.
you look at the competitive scene, they're played on consoles for like Halo,
Everything,
and Call of Duty,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
right? So, and now PlayStation has competitive Call of Duty. I mean, they're just
which
Yeah.
they paid for.
That's
they
what I was
paid
trying to say.
for.
Yeah, it's like that was the change there.
They got the money.
Yeah.
They're throwing the money around.
when it
the
came to like
peoples.
campaign games, it didn't matter. But now that there's like
Do you think
Xbox
has kind of shot themselves in the foot by making their console cross-platform compatible with PCs?
Not at all.
No. They make out either way. Doesn't matter if you
Well,
buy
they
a
don't sell it. You
console
don't buy
or
a
PC.
console if you can play it on your
Yeah,
PC.
but you just bought a copy of Windows.
Yeah.
No, is
That's the thing,
Windows? I don't know.
Well, in order to have a PC that's going to play those games, you have to buy a copy of Windows. And right now,
I'm playing it on a fucking Mac. I can tell you that.
yeah, you're not going to play it on a Mac, exactly.
Yeah.
And what Microsoft is doing is they're betting big on their store because they're seeing how big Apple has been with their App Store
Or
and
Steam.
now Steam, and then the App Store, and now the Apple's like Mac Store in general and all that. So I'm pretty sure Microsoft is doubling downing on getting their store even more positioned to take advantage of all those sales, and they could care less about how many consoles they've sold versus how many installations of Windows and Xbox to be able to service all those potential products. 'Cause
Microsoft
they make way more money than Sony in like the actual business side comparatively.
The management team over at the Xbox is also very new. It's only like 2 or 3 years old. So the decisions they're making are only going to come to fruition maybe like next year or the year after that. You know, because it takes time for all these things to come to fruition. So with the Xbox Scorpio, you know, maybe we'll start seeing bigger console exclusives, you know, in that direction. But, you know, it is smart for Microsoft to focus on both because they see what's going on with Steam.
Yeah.
And that's you know, Steam brought that to them too, which is funny. Like
I know, right?
Did they
they
really?
said, you know, Microsoft, do you want to start this store where everybody could buy all their, you know, games and be one unified place at Microsoft? Nah.
We'll just make this thing called
Steve's
Games
like,
for
fine,
Windows.
fuck it, we'll do it.
We'll make this thing called Games for Windows Live. That worked out swimmingly. Also, the actual... It's funny. There's a Windows store and an Apple store in the Green Hills Mall in Nashville. Apple store, bottom. Directly above it is the Windows store. Last time I was there, Apple store, completely packed, line out the front.
Yeah.
Windows store, I was the only person in it, and not a single one of the salespeople there like actually spoke to me. Like I walked in, looked around, none of them were like, "Can I help you find anything?" It was just
They're
dead.
just shocked you were there.
Yeah, they were just shocked I was there. I think one of them.
Whoa, customer.
Like,
Yeah.
what are those?
Are you like a repairman? What's going on here?
Yeah.
Dude, I actually like the Microsoft store because you can go into at least the Microsoft store near me. You can walk in there. You can try out an HTC Vive. You can play video games on an Xbox. You can play video games on PCs. They have tournaments for video games in the store. It's actually a really cool fucking store.
It's like the one here,
nobody
yeah.
goes there.
Normal, yeah. I mean, the difference is like
Well, when I
they
go
sell
there, it's all a
totally
bunch of
different
kids playing
products,
video
though.
games.
But yeah.
Ah.
I mean, like I don't go to the Apple store to buy something, you know, related to video gaming. Like, oh, I'm gonna get a computer to like,
No.
you know, look at the internet or an iPhone. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Unless I'm going to play the Crossy Road on my iPhone. That's about as close as I get
Yeah.
to video gaming on an Apple device.
It is crazy.
Robert Solis says, "Is there anything we should do or know about Destiny 2 comes out to get shaders, emblems, etc.?" So,
What?
is there anything we should know before Destiny 2 comes out to get shaders, emblems, etc.?
No.
We have no fucking idea. at
Until
this
like
point.
big
Well-
events like E3, things like that. Like,
We don't have a road.
If you look at past history, I think you can make some wise guesses, though.
yeah, like E3, they handed out. What was that? Watts, you had that emblem.
Blacksmith.
When you, before that. What was the one you got it at?
The Union of Light.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, everyone's
Yeah.
always like, "What is that? What was that? Like, where'd you get it?" Things like that. Besides that, like going to events.
That's a little harder to do. I think there's stuff in game that you could be doing that I would bet is going to be relevant to getting something in Destiny 2, like moments of the year. I would almost
of
guarantee
triumph.
that you're going to want to run
Yeah.
moments of triumph. I can almost guarantee you're going to want to run both challenge modes in the current raid. What else would be in a moments of triumph this year? Get all of the artifacts, probably.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like basic, like
I haven't done
Collect all the
E3
exotics.
content. Yeah.
Have those ever been in a moment of triumph?
They're in the
Exotics?
They're in the book.
Grimoire?
No, in the book that you're having to finish for.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I could see that. You got to fill that book out, I bet.
Yeah,
to
it's
do
Yeah.
this year's
book thing.
moment of triumph. But yeah, I'd be surprised if they didn't have something in Destiny 2 that reflects your
Yeah,
moment
like
of
they'll
triumph from
tell
this year.
us. You know what I mean? Yeah, they'll be like.
And it'd be really cool if they
Wrote
had
it.
another one that reflects somebody who did all the moments of triumph from every year.
I did.
Fuck. Fudge. I didn't do it.
I got my Moments of Triumph shirt printed with Planet Destiny on it.
Really? I got my name on it because I'm like that.
I just
Loot Dubhead Gaming says, "What's everyone's favorite music genre?"
I'll just put it this way. I don't like country.
I gotta go. Just kidding. Bye. I don't know. Genre?
NSYNC. That's my favorite genre.
NSYNC? Just NSYNC? All right, Backstreet Boys in that case. Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
Backstreet's back. All right. Music to me is mood dependent. I can't have a favorite because depending on my mood, I'm gonna have a different favorite.
Yeah.
Some days I'll listen to country. Some days I'll listen to rock. Some days I'll listen to jazz, classical, just piano. Like it completely dependent on mood and what I'm up to.
Good, like without
listen-
sounding like a
Exactly.
frat boy, I'd say
That's
EDM.
exactly with me.
I can't listen to country to save my, I mean, I feel like I listen to a country song and I want to put a railroad tie through my
If
head.
it's pop country, it's gonna be bad. But if
That's
it's
why.
But like
That's true, but there's like older country that's
Oh,
really
there's,
good,
like-
and there's
no, I
even
used to
there's
be-
some newer country that's I think is pretty good.
I used to be a big fan of ska music and like some of its early roots in country come from country, old country. So I like that stuff. I know what you're talking about there, but I'm not
Grassroot, yeah.
the stuff that's out now. I mean, I don't know, man. It just drives me up a wall.
Yeah, pop country is not
So
a
Taylor
fan.
Swift, we all can
Old-
agree we don't like her. That's good. Right? No.
Wait, who was it?
Taylor
Couldn't
Swift?
hear you.
Taylor
Taylor
Swift.
Swift.
Oh.
Is she country?
She was, yeah.
She used
She
to
used
be.
to be.
Yeah. She's pop
I don't
country.
know.
Taylor Swift
I
is
don't know.
country, then Miley Cyrus is country.
Yeah.
I don't know. She makes
I mean,
some
Miley
pretty
Cyrus
funny
is country. She
commercials. The
started
one
that
where
way.
she falls over on that treadmill, that was kind of funny.
Yeah. I don't know. She's like a. I don't even know. Does she even sing? I don't know.
What about Jimmy Buffett? How do you feel about
I
Jimmy
don't know.
Buffett?
Love Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy
There you go.
Buffett's good.
All right. Then we're good.
Michael Farrago says, "Can I kill Thunderjaw with a single Nova bomb?"
Good question.
No, I'm gonna say no.
No.
Yeah.
Think
Not
so.
if you hit the fucking wall.
No. Yeah, you're gonna. It's gonna.
Hi, Michael. Hi, Michael. Not if you hit that fucking wall again, Michael.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, no, I don't think so.
I think you'd have to follow it up
Yeah.
with a couple of well-placed.
It might have put it. You need a critical hit. It might
Shadow
be on
shots.
the ground.
It
Yeah.
would. The Nova Bomb would tear its armor off.
Yeah.
And you're good to go to actually go to town on
Yeah,
it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
because that does
Good
tear
talent.
damage, right?
Yeah,
Nova bomb would
it's-
do
yeah.
some tear damage.
It's purple. Tear damage.
Purple tear. Yeah.
That's true.
Brandon Mulbronner says, "Do you think Destiny 2 will have dialogue options like Horizon Zero Dawn? Customize experience without changing the story?"
I don't think so, honestly.
I don't see any real precedent for them doing that.
I don't either.
Yeah.
But I do like how they do it in Horizon Zero Dawn because it does allow you to kind of express your personality a little bit, but it doesn't change the
Sure.
story at all.
True.
That's a good point, DJ. We never heard Tefty's music genre choice.
Yeah, Tafty, what do you listen to, Tafty?
I listen.
Pretty much, he just has Shake Your
I listen
Fantasy
to-
on loop.
Oh my god.
Oh, my God.
About
be sure to link
slap
that
you
one in the
across the
description.
face.
Oh, everybody's got to
I listen to everything. I really do. I listen like
I'm
I
the same
can't pick
way.
a favorite genre because it's just way too difficult. As a musician, music producer, I can't just be like, oh well, I'm only gonna listen to this on certain days or whatever. It's like you said, it's mood based. You know,
Tafty,
Well, I
is
tuned
your
into your
favorite
stream. There's always
song
something different playing.
what's
called
that?
Hime Hime? Is that your favorite song? Hime Hime?
I don't know what that song is.
What do you mean? You don't know Hime Hime? What you mean?
Again, a favorite song? It's impossible. Can't do it.
Chris asks, "What song best fits as DCP's intro outro? Wrapped Around Your Finger by The Police gets my vote."
Intro outro song.
Mm-hmm.
I think it has to be hands down "Shake Your Fantasy." I mean, I don't see if we
I'd
could
say
do
Pony.
any other song.
I don't really see how we. I mean, shit.
There's no other song, is there?
I really like that Daddy
The
Fat
Who?
Snaps rap that he did.
Yeah.
What is the CSI song?
That's true.
The Daddy Fat Snap song would be perfect. He's making a Horizon
The
Zero
Who?
Dawn
Who
one,
was
did
it?
you know?
I saw that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
Anybody got one?
No.
Theme song for the DCP?
The DCP.
The theme song to
You know
Airwolf?
me. I think it should be like
That'd be a
Biggie
good one.
TH, but
How about You Shook Me All Night Long from AC/DC?
who
Like
are you
that
by the
too.
Who? There you go. Thank you.
I think the final countdown. Because they're always like
Final
expecting the next
countdown.
thing in the next update.
How about I Love You, You Love Me from Barney?
I love you. Yeah, I don't know.
This is
You
the song that
love
never
me.
ends.
I hate that song.
Wicked Tongue Media says, what do you think of limiting special to pulling it 3 to 4 times per match anytime? Once used up, it's gone, and it auto reloads.
Individual
you,
loot
you can pull it
boxes.
3 or 4 times. Yeah, you can pull special 3 or 4 times per match, but only 3 or 4 times, and you can do it anytime during the
3 or
match.
4 though? Like how many? Honestly, how many times do you make it to a special box in a match?
Well, the
I'd say
the
maybe
special
like
box
3
can
or
be
4.
hit at any time, though.
Yeah, it'll
it's
always be there waiting for
It's
you.
always going to be there. There's no timer.
So when you die, do you lose your ammo?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can only die 3 times. Left.
Yeah.
So then you really have to you to really decide if you want to do it or not. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that at all. I'm not.
That makes
that's
that
way too
makes
It feels
sidearm-
unnecessary.
That
Yeah,
makes
that
sidearms.
that makes
People would
things
camp
so
their
complicated.
asses off. They'd get that special ammo and then just sit
and
there.
sit at the back of the map the whole time and stay alive. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
The idea
that would be a
sounds
big,
fun,
huge
but I feel like
difference.
the outcome would be bad, so bad.
Getting the Robot Shinji says, who would the DCP crew choose to be the voice of the ghost in D2? If
Tefty.
only able to choose anyone on the podcast.
Tefty. It's all right.
Probably Tefty.
The problem is, it's that whole ASMR thing. It's just, I'm going to
Tefty's
fall
gonna
asleep.
win the game.
Patrick is just going to be making fun of me the whole time. Pope Bear's going to be literally trolling me. I think my default has to be Watts. At least you're nice.
Are you really sure about that? Watts is gonna be saying some anime weeb shit for the entire
Weebs.
time.
I don't understand the words
Maybe.
that came out of your mouth.
Exactly. That's what'll happen with Watts.
I think. I mean, I'm not putting a vote in for myself, but I'd like to see a ghost that's a little trolly. You know, that kind of gives shit
Yeah,
back.
it's
Both
funny.
you'd
It's some
absolutely be the
humor.
troll ghost.
Yeah.
Pope Bear
100%.
would be like, you just got outplayed.
Just put a tinfoil hat on everything.
No, it would be like
You're
this.
on Hill Tilt.
4 rounds, my God.
Prior, it'd be like this.
Patrick could yell
Yeah,
at
you
me
did
when
a
I
really
use
good
Greg's
job there.
promise.
Yeah, exactly. It's perfect.
You're getting so good at this. Keep trying.
Every time you die, yeah, that'd be fantastic.
If you wipe in an engagement 2 or 3 times, they're like, yeah, just keep going at it. That's awesome.
Yeah, bringing some of the humor back would be amazing. That would make it so much more fun, honestly. To laugh at your ghosts.
You can't be a ghost because you're already Shiro.
That's true.
Yeah. I really don't hear
That's
it.
double dipping.
I really don't hear
Shiro
it.
is an asshole, and he's always condescending.
It's a lock. Open it.
See? Sounds identical.
I'm convinced. It's like I'm in the game right now.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not in the. Oh.
All right, do we have one more question to answer? Because I have to head out pretty soon here. You got one more
All
you
right,
want to get into?
Yeah, let's do a little more because I need sleep tonight.
That's pretty late.
Make it good. I'm scared.
All right, last one. The Mohican says, which armrest is mine when I'm sitting next to somebody?
All of them.
Important life information right here.
It depends. Are you on
Okay.
an airplane or a movie theater? It's very different.
I've never understood this question. How big are your arms if it takes up the entire armrest?
No, if
'Cause
you're
one
on an
person-
airplane, dude, if you just you gotta take it and own it. But if you're in a movie theater, you just keep your space. What's the armrest?
No, it's you put if they're in the middle, you can put it on the back part of the armrest. Or
Hey,
the
look, if
front
we're
part of
sitting
the
next
armrest.
to
No,
each
if you're
other
on
in
an
an airplane,
airplane, you're
Patrick, I'm not
touching
gonna let
people.
your arm touch mine.
No, yeah, you can't in a movie theater.
Yeah.
They're big enough. They can put both arms up on an airplane. Like,
I'm
you don't
not-
want
I
to
don't know where that
touch
arm's
tips
been.
with your
I
neighbor
take-
that you have no idea what's going on, man. Like, that's too
I
much.
take the back
You got
part with
fucking
my
cooties.
elbow.
I don't know. What the
They
fuck's
can
going
have
on
the
with that
front.
You're
arm?
already. See, that's the thing. Look, you're in an airplane. You're in a cylindrical tube, breathing everyone's farts for upwards of 18
Exactly,
hours,
so don't touch my
depending on
elbow.
your flight.
You know what I mean?
So
Like,
God
Yeah.
forbid you touch someone's elbow with your
all right,
other
so
elbow.
I can't
Exactly.
see your
God
farts. They're
fucking
not in my
forbid.
personal space, but I can see your elbow, and do not touch me with it.
That's
you know what I
gonna
mean? Like,
tip me. That's gonna put
sorry.
me over the scale. I just can't. I'll just lose it.
I'll like
if
tuck
you're
my
on an
arms in and
aisle
not
seat,
touch anyone if someone
you have
touches
the
my arm.
aisle armrest. If you're in a middle seat, you get
Yeah.
both armrests because you're in the fucking
'Cause you're
middle
in
and
the
you
middle.
deserve it. And if
Yeah.
you're on a window seat, you get the window armrest.
Yeah,
you are
that's
not
true.
The
allowed
worst
to
is when the
touch
person in the
middle
window who
armrests.
like leans in the middle like this. Like, what are you doing? You have a whole wall next to you, man. Just like lean that way. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, right? You got a whole wall. Yeah. Put a pillow on
There's
there.
people
fall
on
asleep.
each side that have their own
If you
designated
snore, though, I'm
one that
punching
no one
you.
else can touch.
I think it's like whoever gets their seatbelt on first and the elbow on the handrest, like, or whatever armrest, so you're like good to go. It's yours. You just like, claim
No,
it.
no,
man.
No.
you gotta talk to them. You gotta look. There are established rules for these armrests.
my
I'm sorry, you got
Sign
here
a
first, but
contract.
This is not fucking kindergarten. We have rules that we have to live by.
I don't fly enough, honestly. I have no idea. Like when I'm on
Obviously,
the airplane,
this is something very important to Briar.
yeah, right. Like if
the last
anyone's
question.
ever flown with me, like anyone on stream, like I've flown with many people, I literally take myself and I like sit like this and I go against the seat in front of me, put my head on, and I fall asleep like this, just like laying against it. It's so bad. Like I'm the worst on airplanes. I just pass
You're like
out.
pre-crash ready.
100%. Like I literally
You
just like
assume the
open up my
position, like,
tray
right off the bat.
table, put my arms on it, and just fall asleep on the table in front of me. That's
I'm
it.
just
Game over.
assuming we're fucked. So
I hate flying though. It's like I'm like, oh, can I get some NyQuil and just like fall asleep? And we're good to go. Last time I flew though, it was insane with Jesse and them going to Destiny Con or Guardian Con or whatever we called it. It was so bumpy. I was like crying. It was the worst. I hate flying. I hate it. Hate it so much. Especially when I don't get armrest, man.
you gotta establish those rules, with those armrests, man.
Yeah,
There
you
you
gotta
go.
lay down
The whole
law.
flying experience much more comfortable.
Yep.
Just have a conversation. Look, we're
This is
both
mine.
reasonable adults here.
If
We
I
can have
need
this
the
conversation.
armrest, I'm taking the armrest.
Yeah, like,
I
I don't-
might not need it for 3 hours. It can be yours, but now I'm uncomfortable and I need it.
I feel
So
like
now I'm
girls get
taking
away
it.
with that, guys. We fight.
Fight.
I was like, I want this now. It's mine.
It's mine. Guys, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it, man.
Thanks
Good
for being
time.
on.
Yeah, thanks for being on.
Thank you for coming.
You win.
All right.
Where can people find you?
Me?
Yeah.
Twitch.tv/MsTeamKK. That's me. And Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat. All the same.
I'll be sure to link everything in the descriptions of
There you go.
YouTube if you guys want to just click on it instead of spelling things out. Okay, so that was the 22nd episode. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I am Patrick. I am tired. You can find me at Holtzmann_YT.
Like,
You'll find him in his bed shortly.
Fuck no, because I have to edit a lot of shit tonight. It's gonna be great.
I'm Briar Rabbit. You can find me on Twitter at @TheBriarRabbit. You can find me on Twitch, streaming as The Briar Rabbit, or on YouTube on The Briar Rabbit channel.
I'm Tefty Teft. You can talk to me at Teft on Twitter. Catch the streams I do on twitch.tv/TeftyTeft. And catch stream archives on my YouTube channel, Tefty Teft, as well.
Nailed it.
I'm Miss5000Watts. You can find me on Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch at Miss5000Watts.
And this has been Pope Bear. You can find me on Twitter at Pope Bear and hanging out with these guys, trolling their chats.
Trolling
With
us in
tinfoil,
chat.
with tinfoil, with tinfoil.
Tra-la-la-la-la. Tra-la-la-la-la.
All right.
All right.
Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.